Dude, brother.
You are very close to the hat.
I am.
This has to be.
Oh, whoa.
Problems.
Oops. Hey, chat. Ooh, brother.
Congratulations on your Starfield video, by the way.
Whoopsie. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's not good.
Oh god. Here we go.
We'll figure it out. Welcome, everybody, to the Renegade Realm Podcast, episode 62. Yeah, and we're joined by Assassin. Yeah?
Sí, por favor. We
Yes.
technically have we have nothing going wrong on our side, right, Red?
Everything is fine.
Everything's
it's
fine.
totally fine. Totally fine. Thank you all so much for being here with us. I see Arcane Realm, Lotus Esprit, Donnie Gazada. Oh, I can't scroll because I don't know how to use a mouse. Ooh, Jonas just showed up. What's up, bro? Timmy, Andrew Cullinane, and some other lurkers. If you guys are new to the podcast and you're just listening, watching, thinking, what the hell is this? Well, join the chat. Talk with us. We want to interact with you. That's what this is all about. Safe place. A safe place. So thank you guys so much. Yeah, Assassin's here. Holly is here as well. And DeMarco is kind of here too, except it's like there's internet issues going on with everyone. So Assassin and I are just going to roll with it for now and just do the thing and pretend. I might be the only one on camera throughout the whole show, so I'm sorry. Yeah, Assassin, what you been into, man? You have a good weekend?
I think that I had a good weekend is kind of an understatement, Ren. I mean, you made it the topic. You made it the thumbnail of this whole entire episode of this podcast. That Xbox showcase, man. It was tight.
It was tight.
Completely blew everything out of the water. All of our expectations. Every game that I personally wanted to see was there. So that was good. It made it a 10 out of 10 for me. I know there was some good third-party stuff that was there for you.
Yes.
So, I mean, I can't complain. Haven't been really gaming much because the past 2 days, I've just been watching everyone's reaction. Everyone from all across the media, big YouTubers I follow, everyone's reacting and everyone's saying Xbox knocked it out of the park. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, just taking it all in. That's the same, man. Yeah, like I've been interested in everyone's take, and it just seems everyone loved it. Even the people who, not synonymous with Xbox or, prefer another platform, even they were like, shit, this was really good. So That's been the big takeaway. Has been that everyone loved it, everyone got something out of it, and there was nothing in the showcase that I was like, ugh, except for one thing that today we'll talk about that got gameplay reveal that made all the fans of that franchise go, thank God, or Gandhi, or both. Thank them both for that. There were a few things that, we'll talk about it, but there was nothing that I was like, yikes, that was state of play bad. So yeah, so you haven't been playing anything at all?
Not really. Nothing of good importance. I've been playing Siege with my friends, or my usual squad, but other than that, no. Saturday night, we just had enough playing ranked, so we just decided to just wait until the new season dropped tonight. So yeah, haven't been really gaming much. Just been watching the reactions to the showcase from all across the industry.
Okay, that's fair. Honestly, I haven't been playing that much either. I've been playing. By the way, Holly, whenever the time comes, you can jump in and speak whenever, just so I know that you're here. She's trying to sort some issues out. Oh,
I'm here.
Thank you.
Everyone,
Holly,
please welcome that blue number. Or as today, she has decided to rename herself to that groggy number.
Yes, that grog
At least
number.
for today.
Yeah. Holly, tell people where you.
I decided that since my name is Arcane on the show, that's what I'm gonna be.
Arcane, you're
my
out of a
name
job,
is the
homie.
Arcane Realm. Ignore that girl in the photo. It's not a thing. I really like Arcane. I'm really mad they closed half of Arcane, and screw them all. I hated it. Yes,
Yeah,
Yonani.
I love that.
The Xbox era flu. I am in full swing. John Clark got like 20 of us sick.
Did he
That's
really?
what we're saying.
Oh my God.
So
Damn it, John.
he came into LA sick. And then he was, I think, because I didn't get to see him very much on Sunday because he was busy doing super media things. And I think he was okay when he left. But on Monday, Yodani and I both had major travel woes. And the texts start coming in from everyone. Hey, I'm not feeling too good. Yeah, what's your symptoms? Because I feel kind of bad too. And everybody, sore throat, body aches, fever. It's bad. It's really bad. Phlegmy cough. Jez is sick. Kay Asante is sick. Dante is sick. There's a lot. There's a lot of us that are sick. So we just started blaming John Clark because it felt good.
I mean,
And then I saw
the
today
picture
that
where everyone was
Steven
kissing each other.
Totillo.
You go ahead.
Yeah, that happened. That's not a problem.
I saw the
is it?
picture.
Right?
Colt took it down.
What
but
does
I
that
saw
have to
a
do with
picture of
anything?
Colt Eastwood kissing Phil Spencer, and then he had to take it down. But
That's an image I don't want ever to see.
here, let me pull it up real quick.
Steven
just kidding.
Totillo
Oh.
posted an apology today saying that he tested positive for COVID.
Oh, good. So
Can
you
you
got
hear me?
COVID. Yeah, I can hear you. I think that there's a bit of latency, like a 5-second delay. So, I didn't mean to do what I just did.
Yeah, you're talking, like your lips are moving, but you're not talking
And then the comes.
in the video. So sorry, chat. I don't have a picture on today because if you've ever seen a woman wake up after a cold with no coffee and like a messy ponytail, like multiply it by 10, it's really bad. So anyway, yeah, Yodani, I think you're safe. Yodani came and I met Yodani face to face.
He is such a good-looking man.
It was really cool. Yodani is an amazing person.
Yes,
Mhm.
he is just
I know. I couldn't look at
That
him too much.
son
Like,
of
oh, Yodani, don't look at me directly.
like stuff. Don't look directly at me. Exactly.
It's too much. It's too much. The rays are too much.
Yeah, he's got a lot of radiating positivity coming right out of him. He's got very defined cheekbones, which I was like, damn, man, this dude's got it going on. And let me tell you, but guys, if you've never seen
fantastic hair,
if you guys have never seen, well, we got some good-looking people in this community. I'm dying. And let me tell you, I have never seen a picture of Ben Kenobi. Jesus Christ, that man needs to. I texted Holly. I was like, who the hell is that dude in the picture? She's like, that's Ben. I was like, he needs to stop.
I sent a picture. It was so funny. We were in an Uber going to the YouTube theater for Summer Games Fest, and in the back was Fonz and Colt, and in the two chairs, it was like an SUV with like the two captain's chairs and then the bench in the back. And then me and Ben were in the two captain's chairs, so I took a selfie of the four of us and sent it to Red, and he was like, okay, but who's the hair?
Yeah.
I was like, Ben? He was like, oh my gosh, you need to stop. You tell him to stop.
Tell him to stop, I
He's
said.
so beautiful.
Yeah. I texted Assassin. I said, Assassin, good. I'm glad you told him. I told Assassin. I said, Assassin, have you seen Ben Kenobi? Have you seen what he looks like? He goes, yeah, he's a Greek god. And I went, okay, well, at least you've seen him. So anyway, Greek god. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. Udani says he's handsome and shy. Yes, exactly.
He just always has this like perfectly stoic look on his face that never gets interrupted. So when he takes photos, it's just like, it's always a good photo. It's really annoying. Like trying to get a picture of him in some like goofy, awkward pose or an awkward face. It never happens. It's like he's posing for GQ every time you turn around.
Right. That's funny. Yeah. I love that. RSJ fan, what's up, man? He says, one image I don't want to see. Yes. Well, you never know. Yadani says, Sean Labrie has a smile and dimples that could make a super straight man celebrate Pride Month. Yay. Listen, that's what I can have man crush. My biggest bro crush, as I call him, Henry Cavill. I mean, Jesus Christ, that man.
Oh.
Talk about needing to stop. He
fight
needs
me
to be.
for him.
God, yeah, like I would love to build a PC with him, if you know what I mean.
I'd love to insert my RAM into that case.
Into that slot.
Lotus, I see that you're sick. While Red dies internally and on the side. I see that you said that you lost your voice for 4 days. Are you any better yet? Are you like still in the depths of this sick hell? I gotta warn you too, like a sick Holly becomes kind of a snarky Holly, so beware.
Because you're like, fuck it.
Don't cross me, assassin.
Right. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it so much.
I mean, if you make it easy to cross the tracks, I'm gonna walk over it. Just saying.
Okay.
You'll cry.
I don't care if there's a tiger on the other side.
Okay.
At least I can run back.
Deep down in the hole. Oh, I'm sorry, Lotus. I'm really looking forward to that soon. It's gonna be great. Really appreciate that.
What? Wait. I'm sorry. Which part? I'm.
Lotus said there's still deep down in the hole of the sickness. I said, great.
Okay, gotcha.
Really,
I'm sorry to hear
looking
that,
forward to
Lotus.
that.
That sucks.
Yeah, and Fonz is my new best friend. I told Colt that he's been replaced. Fonz.
Is he a fun guy? He seemed like he seems like he is such a
oh
fun
my
dude.
gosh, he's so Disney. No, he's so much fun. We had such a good time. Like, you can't trust anything he says for at least 3 times. You're like, the third time you're like, so is that really what you think? Okay, all right.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, he seems like a good dude. He seems like a genuine dude. A joker. Yeah, Yadani says Fonz is goofy, funny as hell. Yeah, I love his channel. Says Lotus Panda, what's up? Where is Holly's beautiful face? Her beautiful face is hidden right now. She's probably got like a hoodie on with like a towel wrapped around her face, with like a blanket over top of her, right?
Yeah, Red Panda, like, Like 3/4 of us got horribly sick on the way home yesterday, and I think it's gonna get worse before it gets better. So we're
I
super
got
sick.
you. Panda, thank you so much for jumping in here. You're usually working this time. Did you get fired again? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, but seriously, thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We're gonna start talking about video games now, if that's okay with everyone. I texted DeMarco and I told him if he didn't hurry up that I would hate him forever. I told him to use a hotspot. You don't need that good of an internet connection to connect. Because spoiler, I've actually used a hotspot to run this podcast before, and it worked. So DeMarco, get the hell in here. Anyway, let me just at him real quick. There we go. So anyway, big news this week. Big news this week. Not news, sorry. Big showcase this week. This Sunday, Xbox Showcase dropped. Gee Willikers. I ate really quickly before the podcast, and I like swallowed a bunch of air, so I'm just like very like. So I apologize. Happy Bomb, what's up? Do you look like the people walking down the street of LA wrapped in blankets? Yes. In grown men just getting butt naked and changing clothes in front of everyone. I mean, that's LA, baby. And Florida. Thank you, Happy Bomb, for being here. Happy Bomb was there as well. Or were they? I don't know. I don't know what I'm allowed to say. Anyway, so Xbox Showcase happened, blew everyone out of the water. I'll let Holly's voice rest for a moment. Assassin, what? Let's just go with the big stuff. We're not going to be formal about this. We're not going to miss anything either. What was your biggest takeaway? The thing that got you so hard, both, hyped and excited from the showcase?
Fable. Fable was definitely the one. We've been saying for years, Xbox needs that over-the-shoulder third-person action-adventure game, and yes, Fable is an RPG. But the moment that I saw the main character walking around that major city, just walking around, talking to people, the combat in the woods, just the implications of what you can do, and how they're setting up a major big bad for this game, it was literally the most hyped trailer for me. And it just re-upped my statement that Fable is my most anticipated Xbox game. Perfect Dark and South of Midnight are close second and third behind, but for me, it was Fable. I absolutely cannot stop watching that trailer. The narration by Humphrey, and I have no idea about. I'm trying to think in the lore who could be big bad that they teased at the end. I mean, it can't be Teresa, could it? Because I know
I never thought about that.
I do my research on franchises. Even if I don't have time to play them, I research them.
Right.
Anyone who's played Fable 3, does anyone know what happens to Teresa afterwards? Like, does she go into hiding? Does she help the hero? And
I would assume. Honestly, I don't remember. I remember that she does become a part of. And for people who want to go and replay Fable because they're excited for it, like I know a lot of people are going back right now and playing Dragon Age trilogy to get ready for that. So it's a lot of people's first time. But without going into too many spoilers, I'm pretty sure yes, that character does play a bigger role later on in the trilogy. But as far as like transcending mortal life, I don't know if they are still around during this time period, because this takes place, I don't know, it's really convoluted. We'll have to see. And there's definitely some teasers there, like in the trailer for Fable at the end you see the girl walk up. We don't know who she is, but it's like you know, she slams the staff down and it does this close up on the hand and the staff, and I was like, that's kind of like a reveal shot, like where we're supposed to go, oh, which I did, by the way, in the live stream. I was like, oh, and then I was like, wait, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I have no idea who the hell that was. I thought it was Jack of Blades, is what I was thinking. Hargy Chani, what's up, man?
There is a popular theory, yeah. There is a popular theory that it's a female villain that they're implying is maybe a daughter to Jack of Blades, or maybe someone who's taken up his mantle.
Right,
So I
because you
think
can't.
maybe, or maybe
Sorry.
it's just a reboot, and maybe Jack of Blades is maybe Joanna of Blades or something like that. Maybe they just completely rebooted the character.
Joanna Dark
I
of
mean-
Blades.
Joanna Dark of Blades and Fable.
Whisper.
Oh man.
Oh my God. Panda, is that who?
that's-
Is that who that is with the
Whisper?
staff? Oh my God! I didn't even put that together.
I forgot about her. She
Oh
we
my
fought her
God.
when she used the staff, right? When we were in the Heroes Guild in training.
That was like
she
your
used the
bud.
staff, didn't she?
Yeah. Because remember, her brother is Thunder. We're going deep into the lore. Shout out to Britney
Yes, we
Spears in
are.
chat. Thank you so much, Britney. I hope you're doing better. And I love, Lotus says, I love your albums. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. 22 people here hanging out with us in chat. We got two of the most generous people in the community, Hargeet Chani and Lotus Esprit. Just thank you guys for showing up and hanging out with us. But yeah, so Whisper. That's so cool. That is so cool, dude. I did not even think about that. I didn't even think about that. That's dope. Thank you, Panda. That's a great. That's a great. Toxic is a banger, Jonas. Yeah. So thank you, Brittany, for Toxic. We got MBG, Britney
Anyway.
Spears. Who else? What other celebrities are going to show up?
Anyway, Red, what was your highlight first party from the show? Which one stole your breath away?
Take my breath away. I wasn't prepared for you to ask me that.
It's nice.
So
being
let's
put on the
let's
spot,
ask
isn't it?
Holly, because Holly's back and she's ready to Paris Hilton. We've had Paris Hilton in the chat before. We have. She actually has. That's not. I'm not kidding. I'm kidding. It was Paris Lily who was in chat. Holly, what was your biggest OMG? Oh my God! Holly was there for everyone in chat. Holly was physically there, sitting down in a chair that was red, looking at a screen that was turned on. What was the big thing that you think about when you think of that showcase?
It's a tough question because there's two.
There's MBG.
I mean,
just
look,
speak of the devil.
90. Yeah, MBG. 99% of the entire show was just. It was all for me. The there's two that really stood out that I have a hard time picking between, and probably the one that first comes to mind is Crazy, because it is not a series I've been that big of a fan of in the past. It's not that I don't like it, like it's okay, but Doom, I have probably watched the trailer for Doom the Dark Ages at least 12 times. Like I
Oh,
just
wow.
can't stop watching that trailer. I don't know what it is. I don't know why that thing flippin' hits. It is everything that I thought I did. Well, it's everything I didn't know I wanted, and I hope that it plays as good as it looks, because like I said, Doom in the past, I've played some here and there, but I've never fully been immersed in them. But this one, I just it looks so good. The other one is, of course, Gears. That's the other one that was a surprise, because I think everyone assumed it was going to wrap up the story of Kate and all of the kids, right? One way or another, even if it was just a short and then go into something else. But this is the absolute perfect way to take that series, and probably at some point they have to wrap up what was coming out of 5, but I don't know that anybody cares that much if they do. And who knows, maybe they will do an hour wrap up at the beginning of E-Day and somehow tie that into E-Day, some way, some whatever. But I mean, the visuals on that, and then the part for me, the part that stuck out the most was when the Locust had him up and the cogs were dangling by, the dog tags. Yes.
Yep.
And then the other part for me was when the locust slammed him through the roof, and you see the size of like Marcus and them are massive anyway, right?
Yes.
But then when you see his size in proportion to the locust,
Yep.
those two moments were just like,
And that's just takeaway.
Did he only freeze
He's
for
lagging
me,
too.
or did he freeze for you too?
Wait,
He
is
froze
it
for me
just
too.
my is it just my camera?
I think
No,
so.
now it is. You
Okay, hang on. Let me just
Everyone
do something
enjoy
real quick.
this lovely screen.
Everyone enjoy this. Yeah, we're having a lot of technical issues today, so I apologize, everyone. We'll get it back up and running in a second. I'm sorry, Holly. Continue. Just keep talking.
Yeah, no, so those two were like my oh my Gouda moments. But then I'm just trying to there's so much, right? The next one that kind of like surprised me, but I don't know about anybody else. But the Atomfall was one that kind of seriously caught my attention, and I feel like not very many people are talking about it. I thought that was really interesting, but I like post-apocalyptic stuff. I would say, as far as the lows, Assassin, and sorry, I'm like going through all this is probably not what you wanted to do, but the lows for me were that Frag Punk game. Another hero shooter's probably not really what a lot of people want, but it's fine. The trailer wasn't very long. It's something for people who like that audience. I liked the mouse game until the owl came along at the end. Just like on Friday at the Summer Games Fest, the Deer and Boy, and then there was another one that was kind of that same style of game. I was interested until these horrible things look like they happen to the animals, and it's very sad, and I'm like, nope, I can't do it. Nope, I can't do it. If you're gonna do something bad to them, I'm out. Like, I don't know. It's just me. But other than that, Expedition 33 was fantastic. Your mic switched. It's not on your actual mic anymore, Fred. Sounds like it's out of your earbud.
Thank you.
But I mean, I
that,
could go on and on, but
I'll
stop there.
One thing about Expedition 33, that was so many people's favorite third-party new IP reveal from that showcase. Like I said, I was watching so many people's reaction. I don't just watch Xbox content creators, I watch everybody. And the one game that surprised everybody, it was Expedition 33, because we saw that it was Unreal Engine 5. We thought it was going to be like some generic open world hack and slash, but then they come out the gate with a Persona-like turn-based tactical fantasy RPG. And the one thing that I was so surprised by, this is a team of ex-Ubisoft developers who were inspired by Persona, old school Final Fantasy, Lost Odyssey. This is their pipe dream. And after reading some of the story, I had no idea that Ben Starr from Final Fantasy 16 was a part of this project until someone pointed him out. So that's pretty cool, Red. Expedition 33 literally just changed so many people's points of view on turn-based games, and I love seeing it. So many people that I follow, so many people that I watch that didn't really have an interest in turn-based or don't like turn-based, they were very impressed with Expedition 33 and were interested in checking it out. A good get for Game Pass too, for those who aren't interested in turn-based. Again, that's the whole point of Game Pass. If you're interested in the game and you want to try it out, but you don't want to dish out 40, 50, 70 bucks, just try it on Game Pass. You never know. Like, Red, you're a perfect example. You said it yourself at one point, Persona wasn't your cup of tea, but then you tried it and you realized it's now one of your favorite franchises, right? Like
100%.
Persona in general?
Yeah, just in
Again,
general,
that's the whole
because
point.
there is a certain stigma around different cultures in video games. Japanese culture is a big one. A lot of people just don't like the tone of it and whatnot, and something about it, I was always like just put off by that. And like whenever I say I watch anime, I mean I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z and Naruto, and that was it. So I'm not into like I'm not like super into it, but like I get it. But Persona was one thing I was always like, I'm looking at it and I'm just like, I don't understand why everybody flips out about it. And then finally tried it and it hit me and I went, oh my God, I get it now. It's way more, once you get past there we go. Once you get past all the, I guess like the culture shock of it all, and you sort of take in what it's trying to convey emotionally, it works so well. So yeah, Expedition 33, like we were on the live stream, we were like losing our shit. Like, I can't believe how good this looks. You could
tell that we were screaming our shit off if Red hadn't turned all of us down. It was just you that was freaking the fuck out. I just rewatched our live stream earlier today, and Holly had pointed it out when behind the scenes before we went live. You turned us down because we were so loud reacting to this show.
The hype was real.
We were
the hype was
out.
real. Yeah.
The whole
and I was
time.
like, I don't know what I was thinking. I'm like, let's just try not to talk through the games. What the hell was I talking about? Even I was like starting to talk, and after I was like, I'm just gonna stop talking. The hype was just so high. The hype was just so real, man. It was hard. Panda, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. New Zealand $5 super chat. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm trying not to burp into the mic. Panda, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Panda, Holly, this is for you. She says, Holly, can you describe the atmosphere in the room before, during, and after? I was in a watch party and we were all blown away. Can you describe the hype?
Yeah. Sorry. I see her Gate in the chat, and I know he was taking some reaction videos, and I think Asante did too. They're up on their channels, so you can look at those. But the theater was split into two sections. All of the front half, all the way left to right, was community-based people, fans, and then the back half of the theater was all media and industry people. And so, you hear clapping and all that stuff from everybody, right? But it's those shows are always just a super magical time and place because everybody there is a fan, right? So there's not a lot of naysayers, and obviously certain games got people going bananas. And others always were like, okay, cool, and it's always, well, it's in Game Pass, so that's awesome. I'll check it out. And at one point, in between a couple trailers, when it was quiet, Fonz yelled, PlayStation sucks. And that got a chuckle. Oh, I think it was right after Doom. Because we all know Doom was going to go to PS5 anyway.
Right.
And then, and then a little bit later, he yelled, too many games, in between one of the coming to Game Pass, and that made everybody in the theater laugh, top and bottom, and it was really funny. It was a good time.
I don't know why
I
thought that he was so reserved, but I'm sorry. Go ahead, Assassin.
He
No,
is,
just asking,
but
was there-
right time, excited.
Right.
Sorry?
Right.
Oh, what the heck? Is everybody...
Pardon?
We're all lagging with each other.
No, it's Holly. She's got a bit of latency going on.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
All right. No, it's not your fault.
Assassin,
you
you were
can't control technology. No, I was just asking.
right, I
Was
can't.
there one game in particular that got everybody excited? Was there just one game or was it multiple? And which ones?
There was, I mean, I was honestly really surprised they started with Call of Duty. I didn't actually expect them to do that. I think that was a little disappointing, but it is what it is. Call of Duty is massive, and they want people to know that it's an Xbox IP now. But the ones that like really stirred the crowd, Doom went over like fire, man. Everybody was just like, "What?" I guess you don't quite expect that at first. I think even Colt said he thought it was like Elder Scrolls or something from the very first pull in, because it looks like a fantasy RPG kind of thing, right? And then Fable got a huge response, of course. And then Gears was just, I mean, that was massive. And a lot of
What about
people were
Perfect
like,
Dark?
Perfect Dark did as well. Probably not quite as hyped as the others, just because I think, is a little different than I think maybe people are expecting, but I don't think it's a bad different, just like, oh, wow. Like questioning if they were really going to see it or not. And then the other one, Dragon Age caught people off guard. And then also
Yeah.
or at least solicited a decent response.
Mhm.
And what was it? Oh, Expedition 33 was the shocker that I think everybody was really interested about. And actually, I was talking to Jason Ronald after the show, and he was kind of asking people, what do you think? What game did you like? And he brought up himself. He was like, Expedition 33. He was like, that game. He was really excited about that one. So it seems like that one's gonna have, it's got a lot of potential behind it. And I thought that looked really, really good. I like the combat style. I like the art style.
Mhm.
I think it looks really interesting, and it's got a lot of those Sony PlayStation over the shoulder theatrical moments in the trailer where you're following somebody into a mega scene behind the shoulder in third person and stuff like that. So that's, kind of what people have been asking for too.
Right.
So,
Well,
Yep.
thank you for
We
sharing
were
that.
freaking out.
That was, because I'm sure like being in the room, and it's funny because like you're in the moment, you're so hyped. Like even whenever Dragon Age showed up, I am a huge fan of Dragon Age is like in my top 5 franchises. Even whenever I saw the trailer, I was like, oh my god, I was freaking out. And then like halfway through, I was like, and then the art style really threw me for a loop. I was like, why the fuck does everything look not right? But we'll get into that. Anyway, DeMarco, you're here, and thank you for jumping in. He's going to be a little fuzzy because he got hit by lightning. Not his house, but him specifically got hit by lightning. And he's fine now. So, what's up, man? How you doing, DeMarco?
Why am I so fuzzy? What's going on?
It's fine. You just need to shave.
It's fine. Listen. The Xbox Game Showcase was absolutely incredible. The past couple days have been incredible. Even Ubisoft games that I don't even typically look forward to, if I'm being honest, they looked pretty good. Like Assassin's Creed Shadow, I have not played an Assassin's Creed game since Assassin's Creed 3. That was the last one I played. and it was wonderful, but Assassin's Creed Shadow honestly looked really damn good. Star Wars Outlaws has me interested. I'm not going to say I'm day one, buy that right out the gate, but 2024, 2025, it's a great. I thought that we were spoiled in 2023. I was like, okay, 2023 is done. It's gonna slow down next year. Everything's gonna be quiet. Everything's gonna be fine. Like just it is what it is. And I was wrong, and I'm so happy to be wrong.
Yeah.
So many great games
Before
so many great games going
before
out.
we started this podcast, I talked with Red before when the podcast was in its infancy. We talked behind the scenes about 2020 to 2022. It was just so barren in terms of AAA bangers. I mean, we did have some standouts. We had Ghost of Tsushima, we had Elden Ring, we had so many good games coming out in those 3 years, but with the pandemic slowing down so much game development all around the world, we knew 2023 was going to be backed up with a lot of games that were supposed to come out in 2021 and 2022. What we didn't count on was that 2024 and 2025 would also be affected by the pandemic as well. Again, pushing all of these games from multiple studios and multiple publishers back 2, 3, maybe even 4 years. I mean, if 2025 is just as good as this year and last year, I don't know, maybe we could expect 2026 to be just as good. I mean, this feels like a golden era for video game releases, but at the same time, we cannot lose perspective on the industry as a whole. With so many layoffs, so many people just losing their jobs, they're giving us so many great masterpiece games in the history of entertainment, and they deserve to have their recognition and their time in the spotlight. It's just it. I told Arcane before we started the show, let's celebrate the developers and the games that we know are coming. Let's just watch for the games. And we all did, and we were all blown away by almost every single game in that showcase. We kept talking about it when we were reacting to it. There was not one low moment. Okay, for me, Sea of Thieves was the low moment, but for everyone else, there was no real low moment in that showcase. And Fred, do you guys agree with me on that? I mean, was there a game that brought the show down at all for you guys, or not?
DeMarco, what do you? Yeah, I'm curious to hear because DeMarco, we didn't really get to talk at all, so this is all fresh. You're so fresh for me right now. So tell me, well, yeah, what were some like low points in the showcase overall, if any?
For Xbox?
Yeah, mixtape, Fragpunk, maybe those two. Not that they look bad, they just didn't hit a lot of people.
Fragpunk caught me off guard. I'm not losing my mind over another hero shooter.
Yeah.
Especially, to be honest, I was excited for Overwatch 2 because I loved Overwatch. That came out to a bit of a whimper, and since then I have not looked at other hero shooters and been really gung-ho. I think I'm also just personally exhausted of the live service sort of, I was going to say drought. It's not at all a drought. It's the exact opposite. The live service flood. So those types of experiences... I see, I go, okay, another live service, like we have another battle pass, wonderful, great, cool, and it's an immediate turn off for me. So what I will say though about Fragpunk specifically is it had a lot of style to it. At least they're trying something new, and I can very, very much respect that. Low points for the showcase, I guess I would honestly just say it's the games that weren't there, right? I think arguably maybe I could say, if I'm trying to nitpick and find something to be upset about, and again, you have to sort of nitpick, right?
Right.
Perhaps that they showed only a really long cutscene for Indiana Jones, if that's a fair complaint about that game specifically. While it was a fantastic scene, and it really showed off how they're nailing the tone of the game, how they're nailing the style, the music, the performances, the motion capture, all that great stuff, I would have liked to see a little bit more on the gameplay side of it. Also, a lot of cinematic trailers. This is one that I think I've seen echoed elsewhere, so it's not necessarily an original thought, but a lot of cinematic trailers without release dates. Right, a lot of games, even in 2024, which I suspect they're just sort of sussing things out. They're trying to find out, but even then, it was not Fable, but it was one of their titles. We found out a couple days later that it
Avowed.
was November 12th. What game
12th.
was that? Avowed. What?
But
why?
That was leaked. That was leaked, though. That's not like they actually announced it. I mean, in all honesty, if it still says fall 2024, you know it's coming. What? I guess and even if it says 2025, we've been burned so many times by people putting up a date like 8 months out and then it getting kicked down the road. And it becomes like slightly annoying that I don't care if it still says 2024. I'm like, well, there's 6 months left. It's fine. Like, if I would rather them just put out a date when they know for sure, like, this is the date. Don't give me a date and then move it another 6 months back or move it another 4 months back or a year back or whatever, right? Like, I would rather you just tell me like 3 months before the game comes out, by the way, this is the actual date. I don't see it, and particularly with Xbox, especially during COVID, because they had so many things that had to be moved, right? Even Starfield got kicked back like a year, right? So I don't know. I don't blame them for being gun shy about not putting dates on stuff when they've had some failed history, especially recently with that.
Yeah. Yeah, and
I'd rather.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think most of us are on the same boat. We'd rather have not a delay, right? Just an ambiguous release date. Then they say, "Oh, it's coming out next month," and then it gets pushed back 3 months, and you go, "Oh, okay." Right. So I'd rather just nothing at all. However, I am surprised, and I'm just curious if they're trying to see, okay, where is Sony placing some games? Where's Nintendo placing some games? If that's the reason, or if it genuinely does just come down to, hey, we want to provide wiggle room for the developers to make sure that if they need an extra week, they get that.
I think
extra
it's about the release. It's totally about the release cadence, because remember, it's not just their games, it's all the games that they're committed to for Game Pass as well, and they don't want to cannibalize the Game Pass memberships, like the games, like the studios that have secured, like, trusted them with their game, right? And they also don't want to cannibalize their own games, because Replaced comes out and then they put R next to it, or, you know what I mean? Like something like that. So I think it's all about.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Do you think that there weren't too many live service games that were announced, but do you think that live service plays into it? So, because, and this is more of a broad question, not Xbox specific, right? But just because Xbox has a lot of pretty big releases coming up, do you think that their live service cadence as well plays into, hey, we got season 12 of such and such game coming out, let's push back the release or move up the release of Avowed to make sure that it's
out of the way
of this title.
I don't
Do you
know
think
if we're gonna
that's
talk.
also a consideration?
I don't know how much we're going to talk about it, but this Call of Duty is one of the absolute hugest juggernauts that's going to come to Call of Duty in many, many years. All of the changes that they were talking about in that direct are so fucking massive that you don't, like, if you're not a Call of Duty player, you might not understand, but what they're talking about is going to be completely different. It is going to be massive. So
Holly,
that alone is enough for them to stay and wait and say, whatever you do, get away from Call of Duty.
get the fuck away from Call of Duty, right?
Which they do anyway,
absolutely.
but this one in particular is going to be a massive juggernaut, different than any of the regular.
Right. Whenever I was
Absolutely,
watching
but
that, let's go ahead. Sorry.
That's still a mainstream release. What I'm talking specifically to is if they're already in season 4, 5, 6 of a title, not.
I don't
Call
think
of
that
Duty, which
plays
is
as
still
much.
coming out.
I just don't think that plays as much, because it's not a new live service where you're trying to draw a lot of new people in. It's a season, right? Like, that's a little bit different, because you have an established community.
Not to mention that there's already a bunch of Xbox Game Pass games that already have a date. One of the ones that again took Marco and Jonas by surprise, Age of Mythology, September 4th. Then the very next day,
The day before
Stalker 2. And you also have to consider Xbox marketed associated games as well. Metaphor ReFantazio in October. Dragon Age potentially coming in late October, early November. These are all games that Microsoft has to consider when they output which first-party game goes where. But at the same time, Game Pass is already carrying so much of Xbox this year. Would we even care if Indie or Avowed gets delayed to next year? Like you said, Holly, Call of Duty is a big juggernaut for them. They don't really need both of them. If either one got delayed to next year, I personally wouldn't care. Again, I'm a hardcore player. I'm already going to play them day one on Game Pass. But I'm interested to hear what y'all think. I mean, would y'all care if they got delayed? Either one or both?
Which
Because of
what?
the amount of Game Pass games and Call of Duty coming this fall?
Call of. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am so ADD. You're asking if which gets delayed?
I'm asking if Indiana Jones, Avowed, or both get delayed, would you care because of the amount of Game Pass games coming this fall as well
good
as Call
point.
of Duty?
I guess I wouldn't care. I guess it really comes down to what you're most excited for. Like, I'm really excited for State of Decay. State of Decay gets released, but then I guess really it wouldn't matter. Like, this is the first time in a long time where a showcase has been that good, where I go, you know what? We got more games coming. Holly and I talked about a game earlier in chat, or we were texting each other, and she's like, don't worry about this right now because look at all the games we got. I'm like, you know what? In comparison to this one thing that I'm excited about, we are so spoiled right now with games. Like, not that I wouldn't care, but like the impact would be less. Xbox Gamer says I would care. Very excited to play Avowed and Indie. Yeah, so Xbox Gamer, thank you so much for being here. Shout out to there's some new people that jumped in here that I haven't ever seen before. Besides Britney Spears, shout out to Noise. He said that he had to go, couldn't stay for very long. I'm sorry. It's hard to keep up with you guys. See, Steph, what's up? Good to see you here. Jonas says, oh, never. That's some behind the scenes stuff. Gotcha. Yes, I will do that. Let's see. Hargeet says Avowed is coming November 12th. Is that new? Is that new news?
That was leaked by Obsidian yesterday.
Tom Warren.
Okay. Okay, gotcha.
Oh,
Well,
Obsidian.
Obsidian.
On their own website.
Tom Warren got it from Obsidian because Obsidian
Yeah.
released a post, or Xbox released a post that had the date, and then they quickly removed it.
Oh, they're like, whoopsie.
Like it was through an official channel. Yeah, it was through an official channel that mentioned that
Hargeet
date,
just
and then
right.
they immediately
Gotcha.
removed it. Yep.
Shout out to Gogo
Hey,
Poe, who says awesome takes. Thank you so much, Poe. I appreciate you. Hope I'm saying Goggle right, or is it Goggle? I'm sorry. I'm not. I try to do my best with everyone's names, but thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you.
like
Donnie
the idea
says,
of
I don't
Go-Go Poe."
have Gogo Poe. Thank you. I don't have
Go-Go
many
Poe.
haters. Oh, sorry. He's talking to someone else.
Nice.
Anyway. Yes, the game was done. I think there's oh yeah. How about third person in Avowed? How about that shit? Huh? Huh?
You already
Huh,
know my
DeMarco?
question.
There's like a community of people this big.
They're all like, wee. And I
That's too
was in the
big,
forefront.
DeMarco. Bring it down a notch.
Okay, you're right. I'm sorry.
There was like
this
this many
big.
people. Yeah.
There's like it's like this many people right here that are like in the corner, like way
Right.
off in the
Third
distance.
person.
That was
And
me.
it consists
That was
of
me.
Red and like 6 others.
It's true.
That's
It was me and Fonz and some other people that we don't know. Hargeet says, last I heard, Indie was slated for December. I don't think they should release it in December.
I heard the
not
same
release
thing.
it in
Hargeet.
December,
I heard
please.
December as well.
Please, I beg.
I heard
Machine
December,
Games,
and I heard a lot of
Bethesda.
people saying they hope it's not released in December.
Hargeet's saying that
Well,
he
look
hopes
what
that they
happened
can
with
pull it
Halo
into
Infinite.
October. October is pretty stacked, though. But then again,
Yeah,
we-
October has Metaphor, they have Silent Hill 2, they have Call of Duty, they have Diablo 4, Vessel of Hatred, that expansion's coming that month too. There's just so many games coming in October, it would be suicide to put Indiana Jones next to any of them, to be honest.
See, most of
Yes,
those. I would-
Metaphor may be a new IP, and yes, Silent Hill 2 may look rough, but at the same time, there's established audiences. based on
Metal
those
Gear
studios.
Solid is November 17th as well.
oh
so-
god, we got to talk about Metal Gear.
Oh, I heard GameStop actually got that wrong, by the way.
Really?
Apparently that date was just a
Okay.
placeholder, yeah.
Well, okay. Well, let's
weird
pull it back just a little bit and talk about specific games. Man, okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
You and DeMarco didn't tell us your favorite game of the show. Ollie and I already did. You two did
DeMarco.
not.
Yeah, go ahead, DeMarco.
Gosh. Dude,
Putting him on the spot.
because no, look,
There's a lot.
Look, Doom.
You can only
was-
pick
How about-
one.
how about
We're
this?
not
How
gonna
about-
go
how
for
about
no
top
Holly
three?
Tangent.
Top three.
Top three?
DeMarco.
Doom was
Well, then Holly has to go again.
Doom made me cry and poop and pee and throw up and all orgasm and all of the everything.
right.
That noise that
It
would
was,
make.
listen,
He'd be like,
oh my god, it was amazing.
It'd be like,
I was,
oh,
and and it was just
Hit the like button,
amazing.
everyone.
Oh, and they're going to such a cool spot. And Indiana Jones was phenomenal in absolutely every way. Indiana Jones just nailed it. And I have always said that Machine Games is such an underrated studio for their storytelling chops, and they're finally getting an opportunity to make a game that is a licensed, massively important licensed title, and I'm so excited for them to get their time in the spotlight that I think they really do deserve with their storytelling. And then also, what's another good one? Call of Duty did impress me. 300 gigabytes. I know they said that it's not going to be that.
Yeah.
I know they said it's not going to be that.
That's just like their
But
placeholder. They're
still,
like, it's not gonna not be 300. It'll be less.
It's
than
just going to be
300.
279.
279. Exactly. That's what exactly.
They're
what
like
I'm
the-
saying.
99.
The current one's like 260. What's the big deal? Just go
Right.
up a little bit.
Right.
If you have a
Exactly.
Series
It's just an
if you have a
10, like, it's not... And
If
you
you
know
have
what
a
the problem
base-
is?
if you have a base Series S, that is the entire hard drive.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
Call of
true.
Duty
On my
machine.
PC. Isn't it confirmed that you literally have to download Modern Warfare 3 and like Modern Warfare 2, and they're both installed on your computer because they need to put the stupid goddamn launcher on your PC that comes with those games. You just can't play them even though they're installed. Like, it's absolute nonsense.
It's because they're trying to do this tile system, which I actually like, where just Call of Duty is now a hub, right? Because they have so much.
Oh,
But they should have. But they should have, like, and I think they do. I think C-Stuff is right. They do have a, you can go in and pick what you're gonna install and not install. It's
so
just
I have to
auto.
install all of them at 300.
No, I
to
think
then
it's just.
uninstall them?
No, I think it's just automatically that it's like the whole package. The only thing I don't know is C-Stuff said it was Modern Warfare 2, 3, and Black Ops 6, but the thing that they did come out and say, which made me really sad face, but I understand, is that
Screaming.
all of the cosmetics are not going to pull forward now, right? Which I get it. It's a massively changed game. It's a different subset of Call of Duty, but if that's the case, are they still gonna all be under that tile? I'm not quite sure. If you are going to install, it seems like it would say, do you want the Modern Warfare franchise or do you want the Black Ops franchise? I don't know.
That's a good point. Call of Duty, it's gonna be a juggernaut. It's gonna hit hard, so hard. Speaking of so hard, real quick, I'm sorry. Yadani Kazada says $5 super chat. Thank you so much, bro. He says reminder to like and subscribe. And generally, just want to remind y'all that Assassin definitely wants to sing today. So give your thoughts on a genre, R&B, rock, pop, hip hop. So yeah, if you guys drop a super chat for a suggestion for Assassin to sing at the end of the show, he'll do it. He will do it. So thank you so much, Utani. I appreciate you, bro.
I want to change. I'm not going to put Call of Duty on my top 3. I'm going to finish my top 3. I'm going to say Space Marine 2, but honorable mentions to that like Exile 33 game or whatever that was, the turn-based
Expedition
RPG.
33. Yeah.
Expedition. And also I was going to call it Vault 33, but I also want to give a really special shout out to the game that sort of looked like Atomic Heart, which I cannot remember the name of.
Atomfall, which I was really excited for.
Atomfall.
Yeah.
That
British
looks
Fallout.
really unique. Really unique.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued by that. Completely intrigued. So those
Can
two
The British game
would be
studio made Fallout.
honorable mentions. But who's playing Space Marine 2? Is anyone are any of you picking up Space Marine 2 like
Yes.
day one? Because that
Yeah.
okay, wonderful. All right,
Yeah.
perfect.
No, because
I
I don't want
cannot
to
Is
go
it
in without
crossplay?
knowing the lore.
Is it crossplay, DeMarco?
It has to be.
It has to.
Yeah.
It has
Right,
to.
So
I
there you
think-
go.
2024.
We got our 3 players for
we
the
can-
campaign.
Can we just talk for half a second about Indiana Jones?
Let's do it.
Because DeMarco brought it up. Is anybody else surprised about the art style that they chose for Indiana Jones?
Looks very Wolfenstein-y to me.
Prospect-
Wolfenstein-y. It looks like Machine Games style. Am I alone?
Sorry.
It looks like
you're
Wolfenstein
not.
3 to me.
It looks
Yeah.
like
Me?
Indiana Jones and Wolfenstein.
It looks like
I feel like
Wolfenstein 3 to
it's-
me.
Oh, that's interesting.
What
It's
do you
just
think? It
very
could just be the lighting.
stylized. It seems very stylized. I feel like Wolfenstein has a very crisp art style, and this one is more like paintbrushed, I guess, or you know what I mean? It's not, and it's very
Really?
flat. When you look at it, all of the
Really?
drawing, all of the facial features, the hat, there's no shadows under the hat brim. Like the faces are flat.
Okay.
flat.
Well, that might honestly
There's
just
no-
be as far as like the vertical slice that we saw. Like that's probably going to look a lot different. You know how you see like when games come out, and then you see people make the comparison videos, and it's like, whoa. That
They
might
would
be all that it
theoretically
is.
be in the polishing phase now for that type of
Yeah.
stuff.
It might be. I was
But
just
I
like,
agree with you.
it
I- I
doesn't
do
look
think so.
as crisp as I expected it to be, I guess, because I always felt like Wolfenstein was very visually appealing to me, but I like that world and that game.
Okay, yeah, I totally get that.
fair.
Britney Spears says, "Is Indie running at 60 frames?" I would hope so. It's a first-person shooter. It's a first-person thing.
This
Uh,
is Machine
yeah.
Games we're talking
Action
about. I
adventure.
would be surprised if it was 30 FPS.
Yeah,
and not
all their
60.
games run at 60. Yeah. So I would be very surprised if they
Machine
Starfield
did.
Games uses the ITech engine, don't they? They use
Starfield
the ITech,
does.
Just like
Now it does.
rough.
Did it? I said did it.
It
past
didn't at
tense.
launch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't at
Space
launch,
Marine
no.
2 does support crossplay at launch.
Nice. There we go. Yeah. Space Marine 2 looks
Wait.
fucking awesome. Choo choo.
Wait, so DeMarco, your
Did you
top
see? I
three-
saw on Twitter someone was like, "Oh, I was watching through the showcase at 2x speed, and then the choo-choo scene comes on." It was like, "Choo-choo now."
Arcane showed that to me. A shout out to Arcane Realm, and the guy's like, "Choo choo, ha
Yeah, he
ha
showed
ha,
that to me
choo choo." Yeah.
It's
It's so funny. Yeah, I saw that. That
It's
was
so
hilarious.
Indiana Jones. It's perfect.
It's-
And I
it's
love how
indie.
in that
Yeah.
scene, whenever he's like, "You got your American cartoons, like choo choo, haha," and Indiana Jones is like, "Well, yeah, we do." Like, he's
Oh,
like
you
just
damn
totally.
drink
Like,
with that Mr. Pop beer.
he's like, "I'm not gonna deny it. Pretty cool cartoons for the 40s or whatever it is." Yeah.
So what are your three, DeMarco? You said You said
I'm gonna say Indie, Doom, and Space Marine 2.
Okay.
Space Marine 2 was at the showcase. Did
Yeah,
I black out?
it was.
My blackout.
Wasn't there.
Yep,
it
it
was.
was there.
Space Marine 2, Warhammer Space Marine 2.
Yes,
That
and it
was
showed
not at the show.
gameplay. Showed the dude running through the.
No,
Through
Sea
the-
of Thieves, Space Marine 2.
That's what it is. The crossover.
Oh yeah,
That's why you
These
blacked
looks
out.
great.
There you go. Yeah, Assassin was like during that moment.
Oh, Space Marine was at
there,
Summer Games
Brad?
Fest. Oh, Arcane said it was
Yeah.
Summer Games Fest. I'm confused.
Okay, I disagree with him
Yeah,
because
y'all were
you know.
like gaslighting me or something. Like, what the fuck? I watched that
Well,
show.
that also happens, but-
Times.
Well,
I
they
was
were
like,
back
I
to
did
back.
not see Space Marine.
Yeah, they were back to back.
Okay, then
Um,
I'm gonna put Atomfall
Atomfall. Okay.
at number 3. Because it looks.
I'm
different.
waiting
It
for
looks
the
different.
sequel,
Yeah.
which is Eve Rising.
Right,
So
what
anyway,
about you? What are your top
um,
three?
so
Oh, yeah, I
my
have to go again now because you said 3.
Fable, State of Decay, and Starfield.
Oh, I forgot about Fable. I want to put Fable.
Starfield
up there,
doesn't
too.
count.
Fable's on the list also.
Starfield does not count. You don't
It
get
doesn't count.
points for doing the dance two times.
Yeah, you're right. So Fable, State of Decay for sure. What did I like lose my shit about? Life is Strange. Oh God,
Dragon
it's
Age.
Life is Strange. It's Life is Strange. I know. I lost my shit about
Dragon Age
Dragon
and
Age.
Life is Strange.
God, it's so hard, man.
This
Life
showcase
is-
was for you too.
I know, man. Like,
showcase
there's
is for
so
all of
much
us.
shit. Like, there was so much shit that, like, I am such a huge Life is Strange fan. Like, but the thing about this Life is Strange is that it's a sequel to the first game, even though there's like I guess there's 4 now. But we didn't get a sequel to the first one. They've all been their own select stories. I can't leave Life is Strange out of that. I would say if I had to choose top 3, it would be that. It'd be State of Decay. I want to say Dragon Age, man.
Let's
Flip a coin.
let's move on to let's just move on to maybe like some other new stuff going on.
Yeah, let's
Like,
do that.
wait,
So
I haven't done my 3.
yeah, well, I was gonna say
No,
let's do
let's-
let's do Assassins first, and then we'll go to specific games.
Okay.
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
go.
yeah.
All right, I'll make
Assassins-
it quick. Yeah,
let's
Fable,
do it.
Perfect Dark, and one that I'm really upset that none of you 3 remembered or even cared to talk about. South of Midnight. That game
Yes.
actually was so good. That gameplay, where she was going through the bayou, how could y'all not like it? Like, what the fuck?
I remembered it.
Yeah, it looked awesome.
I liked it. It looked really cool
Compulsion is-
visually.
Like, Compulsion is fighting an uphill battle with everybody. Like, everyone thought that the frame rate was the issue. Like, no one has ever heard of stop motion. And that's the design they chose.
It was running at a
What the
high
hell?
really rate. She was at a low frame rate.
It was going back
She
and forth.
was doing stop motion, sir. Not
Yeah.
frame rate related, technically.
Yeah, no,
It was a
you know
design
what I mean.
choice.
You know what I mean.
Exactly. Anyway, let's keep it rolling.
Okay, so anyway, let's talk about let's talk about this real quick. Dragon Age. I was gonna make a joke. I'm not gonna do that here. So anyway, Dragon Age got revealed, and so at first glance, me included as a fan, I was like, what the fuck? The art style was so not right. I was like, oh, look at that. That's a character I know. What the hell? And then it started showing heroes, and I was like, what is this? And then the music, I was like, I was like nervous, excited, like, I can't believe I'm saying this right now. And I'm so glad that today they released gameplay to show us. What a weird choice to do a trailer not in the art style of the game, for one, not even in the same tone of the game, and then the very next day be like, no, it's dark and it's gritty and it looks amazing. It's Dragon Age. It's like, why? What is that? Is so strange for them to do marketing in that way with it. It's like it was 2 different teams working on. It's so weird to me. I don't know.
Because it was.
Was
because
it?
it
Okay.
was. That's what happens. That's what happens. That is a prime example of what happens when marketing gets their hands on a game. Because this has been a problem for a lot of studios. There's been times where even recently actually with Avowed. Well, I say recently. When they showed it off Avowed, either for the first or when they showed it off the second time, they had issues with some of the shots that were chosen for the trailer because it just misrepresented the tone, and the developers went, that's not what it is. Like, just put a pause. We're going to show you what it is. That's marketing. That's what marketing. And it's always an ongoing battle because those guys they don't talk to the dev team. So there's just a lot of empty space, and they say, the devs go, here's a bunch of assets, like here's footage and stuff that you can use. And the marketing guys go, oh, you know what this be sick with? And some of them are gamers, some of them are not gamers, some of them are just probably outsourced marketing studios. And they go, you know what be sick with this? Let's put this to some I don't know.
Fortnite colors.
Fortnite color. I was gonna try to think of a very obtuse R&B artist that just
Well,
does
but
not
that
fit the
happens a
tone at all.
lot on everything. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's an example of the marketing stuff, right? So that's it's unfortunate that happens. But there you go.
Yeah, really weird. But I guess it's almost like you gotta try to advertise to the outside of the fan base, and maybe that's what they were thinking. But I don't know. Really weird. But the good news is Dragon Age Veilguard.
Because if you get
What is it?
if you get the fan base excited, then by word of mouth they will go toward the other people, like the more mainstream audiences. Like they will carry it out by word of mouth. if
Right.
you
And that's
satisfy them. So
And that's exactly what happened on Twitter.
Opinion,
The fan base, the hardcore fan base, was like, I am feeling weird about this. And then the people who don't know what Dragon Age is like, yeah, I thought it was weird. I don't even know what the hell I was looking at. Like Holly was like, I was going to be excited, and then I saw it, and I was like, nope. I was like, I don't blame you. And then they showed the gameplay today. I only watched up until the combat went for about 30 seconds because I don't want to know too much because I'm replaying through the trilogy right now. And honestly, it looks fucking awesome. I can't sit here and lie. I thought it looked really good, and I think it looked really good for what we're used to in Dragon Age. Like, looked really fluid. It looked jumping all over the place, and the thing the player was playing as a rogue. I love the voice actor. It was the male character. The voice actor for the male character sounds awesome. The visuals look great. The character facial expressions, everything about it looked awesome. But I get like a lot of colorful stuff. Dragon Age didn't start becoming colorful until Inquisition. That's when it started becoming real pretty, lots of flashy colors and stuff like that. So I think this one is thematic because with the purple and stuff like that, because it has to do with lyrium, a lot of lyrium stuff going on, which is for the not hardcore fans, it's just a lot of magic shit. And the Inquisition was green. This one's purple. Dragon Age 2 was red. The first one was the classic white and red with all the blood and stuff like that. So I just think, like Persona, it's got its themes. But did anyone else watch DeMarco? You're the only other Dragon Age fan here. What did you think about the gameplay?
I'm disappointed. Like, I'm very disappointed. No, I saw some people tweeting out just sort of, hey, so where's the RPG in my RPG game? And it was just like, they didn't say, I'm 99% sure they were talking about Dragon Age, just because, like, what were the dialogue options? The dialogue options were, hey, sarcastic or stoic and hard, like mean and a little bit grumpy, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's not something necessarily new to BioWare games per se. You look at how Mass Effect, even like Mass Effect 3 was done, and you just had Paragon Renegade. It was nice, mean. Well, and then you had some questions that you can ask. So I'm not sure I'm 100% on board with those. And obviously we didn't get to see that part of the game. We just saw very linear, here's some combat. But even then, what I thought was just a very poor decision for BioWare to do, or not poor, but at the very least very confusing decision for BioWare to do, was just show level 1 gameplay. And just say, hey, here's a character, and they pull up the weapon or the power, the abilities wheel, and it's just empty except for one thing that the character can do. So you are literally seeing the most boring that the combat is ever going to be. To try to get players excited?
Well, they did.
It's a weird thing to do.
Well, they did show Lotus. Thank you so much for $20 for DeMarco. Thank you so much, Lotus. I really appreciate you. You're the rock star. Thank you so much, Lotus. We love you so much. Sorry, let me scroll back up here. I apologize, everyone. I'm so glad I have background music, so there's no silence here. There we go. All right. Yes, thank you so much, Lotus. You rock. I appreciate the shit out of you. I think later on in the trailer from the screenshot, I saw like little clips on Twitter from the combat later on, and they did start using more abilities and jumping around and doing like combos, like setup combos. So like you would light someone on fire, and then someone else would shoot whatever at them, and that would make them explode into a combo. That kind of stuff. So that kind of stuff is there. I think that they didn't want to show too much, but they also wanted to like pace it out maybe a little bit more. I don't think that the combat is going to be boring in any way, but
why you would the combat overall looks like an improvement, doesn't it? Like it looks a lot more fluid. Dragon Age Inquisition, story-wise, I thought that was a phenomenal game. Hard to get through, and we've memed about this before on the channel, but you're sitting there with your staff,
spin around. Yeah, exactly.
And then it's just this
right
for 10 minutes, and that's all you do is and it's not even as though that's engaging, because all you're doing the whole time is
exactly. You're just your
not even
character
clicking.
is just spinning around.
So, and of course you're like mashing, okay, I'm gonna press the X button to do my lightning and to cast my fireball. So you have a little bit of dynamic stuff that comes in. It gets more interesting later on. Like, one of my favorite things to do was you sort of set this thing that gravity pulls them all in, and then you lock them in kind of your green cage that you get from your special Inquisitor abilities, and then they're all stuck in there. So, or it was the electricity cage. So there's like things you could do, but it's very confusing to me to show the most boring part of the combat that you could possibly have. And then the one element that I am not upset about, but a little upset about, is they confirmed, I don't know if you wanted to go over this separately, but there's some other details that came out. And they said that you can't control any of the companions.
Right, so they're going
you can
more of a
use them in
Mass Effect.
They're going more Mass Effect, so you can do the tactical view and sort of give them commands like, hey, attack this guy, stand over here, that sort of thing, it sounds like.
Right.
What I really did enjoy about some of the other games was that I was playing I usually go sword and board. I think it's the most fun because you're up there, you're in the combat, you're in the action.
Same.
But then I could also be like, hey, I want to play as Varric and shoot shoot Bianca a little bit. And then I could also go switch to Solus and cast some spells until I get bored after 30 seconds and then go back to me swinging. Right, but can't do that anymore.
Right.
So I thought that was a weird choice because you're taking the strategy out of a game that started as kind of a softcore strategy game with Dragon Age 1.
And it does give you the opportunity to play around with other classes that you would otherwise not want to go full on make a character just to try it out. And then you might play as Solus, like you said, and be like, oh, maybe I do want to play a mage if I like it, even though it's not fun. But I agree. But yeah, they're definitely going the Mass Effect route with that. But the gameplay I thought looked good. We didn't see a whole lot of the RPG in the RPG, and I get that. I think that because the narrative is so thick throughout the trilogy that we have so far, it's sort of, I think they for what they showed, it was a good showing to say we're back, the story is moving forward. And I'm a little bit twisted right now. It's so hard to avoid spoilers. I haven't played the Trespasser DLC, but I know what it entails, and if you watch this gameplay, then you'll know what that happens in that DLC. Even though I haven't played it, I'm going to. So the narrative is going to be it's going to be twisted for me, but I just want to get through the whole trilogy so that way I can fully understand what I was looking at, which is why I didn't watch the entire gameplay trailer, because I saw some screenshots of a certain elf and I was like, fuck, I didn't want to see that, but it's fine because it looks so fucking good as a fan, so I'm just going to ignore. And there are some other things that we just can't talk about here on the podcast, but anyway, Assassin and Holly, I'm not even going to go.
was super cool.
Sorry?
Like Tevinter, where they were in Tevinter?
Oh, they're in.
I saw.
Oh, where are they? What is it called? Oh, what the hell is it called? I don't think we've ever seen it before.
They definitely say it. They definitely say it during the gameplay. But honestly, I saw some people tweeting out. They were sharing some of the screenshots of the city where they have sort of this almost arcane, like the League of Legends series arcane style technology going on with what they literally had, like a spaceship in the background with this massive spotlight, like the Eye of Sauron just shining down on you to identify where you are.
I was like, what age of the dragon are we in? Why do they have lights?
That's just,
looks so cool.
People were saying, they just kept saying on Twitter, they go, you're telling me that we were running around on the other side of the world when this was existing over here?
Right, that's what I said too. I was like, you've had electricity? You've had electricity this whole time? What the fuck?
And
yeah.
So,
oh, man.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. But it's cool. There's the part of me that's really glad because it wouldn't have been... I mean, think about if they tried to do that with Dragon Age Origins.
It wouldn't have hit the same. You're right. Absolutely
it
right.
Wouldn't have worked.
Because the world is a world. Thetis
worked.
is a planet. It's not like, you know, it's cool to see, like, oh shit, tech is real in other places where I guess they're using lyrium to power and make electric machines or whatever. Anyway, there's our thoughts on Dragon Age. I don't even want to ask Holly or Assassin because I know that they are not into it. Unless Assassin, did you want to give your quick thoughts? You said you had quick thoughts about Dragon Age. Did you see the gameplay?
I watched the whole thing.
Oh.
I'm interested in seeing the story, but judging by how everybody has been talking about Dragon Age, it feels like I have to play the other games before I can even get into Veilguard. But at the same time, what I feared happened. The combat, it just looks off. Like, this guy, he was doing the exact same moveset, like 6-7 times in a row. At the same, I don't know if it was the person that was playing the main character,
was their fault.
or if it was, or if it's just something
Well-
different. But it
So-
just felt bland to me. Like, it just does not seem interesting.
Go
I
look at
picked
the
up
other
on
ones.
that as well. When you're doing the combat, he was doing like the same slashes over and over, and that's probably as a result of the way that the combat system works. Like, even when you look at something such as God of War, you at least have your light and your heavy attacks, which kind of helps add some variation. Then you stack on top of that the abilities that Kratos can do, and you get something that's a lot more dynamic and unique. And this is also part of what I think is the problem. Like, why did they show level 1 gameplay? Because that is the result. Like, level 1, you are going to be doing just swing with your sword, swing with your sword, swing with your sword, swing with your sword. But then where the dynamic element comes in, where it starts to feel a lot more unique and you get blends, is when you have all the other abilities that you layer on top of it. So it was just confusing to me why they chose to show a level 1 character. Or at the very least, they could have shown that part of the game if they wanted to get people intrigued for story reasons, or just to show what it looks like when you're starting. They wanted to show off to Vinter, but then just skip to another part of the game and say, hey, we're jumping ahead to a random side quest without spoilers, where you get to see a level 15 character doing a lot cooler, or what that same character looks like at level 15. So I'm not sure what the decision was, but ideally the next time we see it, that's where the variation will come in from their attacks. But I do agree, Assassin. I do agree completely.
Thank you for that. It's just, I don't know what else that it just seems like BioWare just doesn't seem to have a spark. I mean, again, I'm not the biggest BioWare fan like the rest of you, but even I can tell, comparing this Dragon Age to other games in their category that they've done before, the original Dragon Age, the Mass Effect trilogy, or at least Mass Effect 1 from what I remember playing, KOTOR and Jade Empire, because again, if I want to get into a franchise, I do the research. I do research on behind the scenes and how impactful the gameplay was. This gameplay, when I compare it in my mind to even the original Mass Effect, it just doesn't feel like it has a spark behind it. It just feels generic.
Have you played
unforgettable?
So when you play
Forgettable,
Mass
not
Effect, yeah. When you play, have you played Mass Effect 2?
I have not. No.
Okay. So I was gonna bring that up because, or even when you play Mass Effect 1, when you play Mass Effect 1 and you're just running through kind of the first level, right? Even as far back, like as early as when you're with Jenkins on the first planet you land on. All you can really do is you have your assault rifle and you just go bang, 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 right? And that's what you can do. And then even if you play as soldier, most of what you're doing is bang, 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 bang. But then you get your biotic abilities and you start chaining. Okay, I'm going to shoot this guy. I'm going to aim my biotic push at that guy. I'm going to warp over there to lower that guy's shields. And now I'm going to shoot him after I have Liara elevate and push him into the air. So you're commanding your companions to do things as well. That makes it feel like you, even though your character isn't doing those actions, you feel like you're more involved with the action. I think that's really where a lot of it gets layered. So this showing did a very poor job of exemplifying that. Very, very poor.
Right.
Which is why I think
you
feel
said
which is why I
everything.
think you feel that way, but
You totally
But
said
just my
everything.
hope
Once you
that-
start combining like regular attack, dodge, and then a special attack, and then by the time you get to like level 10 at least, you will start to see. Usually, Dragon Age and Mass Effect will start you off with a few abilities to switch things up, and it didn't really seem like this character had like a whole lot of finesse that they were trying to showcase. And again, it was one whole continuous shot. So they might have just selected from different shots that they had, one takes, and said, this is the best one in comparison, which is unfortunate. But I will say that that's on them. It's totally on them. They should have showcased more. There were moments where the character, like, he would like hit, look at an enemy and then just let themselves get hit. I'm like, why did he let him get hit? They should be showcasing how cool you can be, showing the potential. Every time that we see like an Apex Legends or a brand new hero shooter, we're seeing them do all these cool moves, jumping up, sliding around, shooting people in the midair and stuff like that, showing the potential of the game, what you can actually do. And they should have done that here with the combat. I do agree with you. So, fuck is what I'll say. Fuck!
It reminded me a bit, actually, of Dragon's Dogma 2. Because Dragon's Dogma 2, you only have, what, 3 abilities you can use at any given time?
So Mass Effect.
Like,
Mass Effect.
No, Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Dogma 2, if you're playing as
sorry.
if you're playing as an archer, yeah, Dragon's Dogma, you play it as an archer, you're shooting your bow, then you're like,
right.
okay, I'm going to aim up this power draw shot. And you
That's
have
a
3 of those
perfect
to
example.
pick from.
Yeah.
And that's it. That is
right.
all you can do, and that game had the unique element of, well, I could go climb on the monsters and start stabbing them and other things of that nature. So,
stabbing and slicing, yeah.
BioWare, I think you raised a really good point, though, Assassin, regarding the kind of the current state of BioWare, which is, of course, where a lot of people's minds are. And that we've gotten Anthem, we've gotten Mass Effect Andromeda. They're not really wowing anybody as of late. So I feel as though BioWare is sort of stuck between, and thankfully they got rid of the microtransactions, because there were supposed to be, microtransactions and live service elements in this. They took those out, thank God. But I think BioWare is a little bit stuck between, are they trying to be just this really straightforward, and Red, I'd be curious about your take on this. If they're trying to be this studio that's, hey, we want to tell this really, really epic story, and we're going to choose to prioritize, let's have this really grandiose, epic saga tale over gameplay and RPG elements. Like, the combat can take a backseat if the story is just absolutely out of this world. And we don't know if Veilguard is going to be a 10 out of 10 story, but it seems to me that they're torn between what they want to be.
If you look at Origins, that's exactly what they did. Combat, not so great as far as being... Not that it wasn't great. It's just that for what it was great for a CRPG. Same way with, like, KOTOR. But it was the RPG elements that really made the game memorable and feel really special as far as choices and the relationships that you built. It's the same thing with any BioWare game, regardless how you feel about each one of them. Mass Effect, I never fell in love with Mass Effect because the combat was the best third-person shooter I've ever played. It was the characters, it was a story, it was the music, it was everything combined. Mass Effect is the best. And so Dragon Age is similar, but on a much lower tier for me, where the RPG elements are really good. Combat, not so great, but the story is carrying me along, and I want to know where this character that I just met ends up here, doing companion quests and seeing how they're going to evolve, that kind of thing. And that's one thing that BioWare has just put to the wayside, as far as, and they have said, like, this is what you expect from classic BioWare. They said that. Okay, they said that. We didn't get to see a lot of it here, and I think
they said that about Mass Effect Andromeda too, didn't they?
Did they say that about Mass? That's such shit.
Probably.
All those people were liars. They're all gone now. So shout out to Umbra in chat. What's up, bro? And Cold Eastwood. He says, "Oh hi." Great Starfield video, man. Thanks, man. Yeah, I had to jump on Starfield while I had the chance. Shout out to 25, 27. I don't know. Shout out to everyone here. Really appreciate you guys being here. Hit the like button and all that stuff. I don't even gotta tell you. I think for as many people as we have here, we have more likes than we have people here. So for whatever that's worth, thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Anyway, so Dragon Age is cool and stuff. Let's make Holly talk. Holly.
I told you I was Arcane today.
Oh, sorry, Arcane. What's up? What's up, bro?
Yes, what do you want? What do you want me to say?
His impression was really good.
It was really good. I was like, dude, he's going to do
just
I was going to say, yeah, when he's like, in the third age, whatever the hell he was doing. Yeah, it was really good. It was really good.
It's like just,
Yeah, I love that. I love that so much. So we all love Doom. Everyone loved Doom. Doom was sick. There's not too much for time's sake. Doom was awesome, and when I thought of Doom Dark Ages, I was like, how are they going to make that work in medieval times? There's not going to be any guns. There's guns, except it's very medieval-like guns. Like, you have your super shotgun that is shooting out, like, cannonballs.
skulls.
The
Skulls,
Skull
like, crushed
Crusher
The Skull
is
Crusher.
the best
Oh, yeah.
thing I have
You're just
ever
like-
seen.
Crushing those skulls and turning them into, like, little shards. Oh, it was so cool.
Well, started.
Which I loved. I was like, the first thing I thought
detail
was,
on that
will there be
skull,
melee?
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the details were amazing. And the first thing I thought when I heard of a medieval Doom was how there's got to be melee of some kind. And I never thought of a flail. And he is just getting it. Oh, man, it's just so dope. I was like, this is metal as hell.
They are putting in. Someone asked about glory kills in because obviously that's huge. It was
Oh,
an
for
interview
sure.
after it
Yeah.
was revealed, and they did bring up. They said, "Oh well, it's medieval, so we do need to go more in the melee." And I think Marty just said, "Oh, this was in the Xbox podcast after the show."
Yes, they've had a
had
couple of
happened. They had
those.
an
Yeah.
Xbox podcast. Or no, IGN first, or
Okay.
IGN Live with Ryan McCaffrey.
Bro,
And
the mech. I'm not a mech
Yeah,
person
yeah.
at all, but that
Yeah.
mech.
Yeah, dude.
Yo.
I was like, did you guys ever watch Big O? It was an Adult Swim show.
I'm sure it was.
It was like this dude was like the Batman. So at nighttime he would get in this giant mech and just fuck shit up, and that's exactly what it reminded me of. He jumped in this giant mech, and I was like, and it's got horn. Oh, so dope, so dope. Yeah. Holly, continue, please.
No, I'm in awe of Doom. I can't believe it. I never thought
Yeah.
about that ever. I'm just so
Yeah.
bananas.
I love the cape. Oh my god, the cape. got
cape,
me.
yes.
Oh shit. I
Yes.
was like, fuck.
When I first
cape
saw that,
looks
I was
dope.
like, okay, you son of a bitch, I'm in.
You son of a bitch, I'm in. Exactly. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, Doom Dark Ages. We all fucking just. That's like the biggest takeaway. Everyone just absolutely. Doom is such a hit. Like it's never going to not sell well. Like it's incredible. So anyway, Doom. Help me out here. Perfect Dark. I was really surprised by this. Because I didn't know what I was. Assassin was a little bit ahead of me in the stream, so whenever he was like, "Is it her? Is it her?" Ha 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 ha. I was like, "What the fuck is he?" And then it finally got to the point where she takes off her helmet, and I was like, "She's not like as red-haired as you are in your profile picture there." So it took me a minute to like, oh, it's a redhead woman. That's there's only one redhead woman in the whole world, and that's Joanna Dark. And she takes off the hood, and she looks at the camera, and she's like, "It's dark in time." And I was like, "You're damn right it is." And that's when I got excited. So, yeah, Perfect Dark. Holly, what'd you think about that?
I really liked it. The thing that caught me the most with Perfect Dark was the pistols. You know, pistols usually feel just whatever in games until you can get something else. But the shots and the impact on each shot had such weight behind it. It felt really, really impactful. And I don't know. That kind of level of detail for something that small kind of got me excited for what the stealth mechanics and all the other stuff they were trying. There was just so many mechanics packed into that trailer that it's kind of hard to just, you know what I mean, break down and like figure out exactly how you're going to use what, how it's going to play out. It was really good. I'm excited for it. And I
Me
like stealth
too.
a lot.
Me too. And it's someone. I can't remember. I was like Assassin. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts because I love hearing everyone's excitement. Someone said that it reminded them of Mankind Divided, especially in the beginning when you're in Prague. It had very much a Deus Ex vibe to it, with futuristic but still sort of set in history kind of thing. I love that comparison. We didn't see any of the third-person cover that was rumored, so that might not even be a thing. But anyway, I thought it looked great as well, and I'm sure that there's going to be like a little bit of a sim aspect to it, like we had with Deus Ex and like we get with Bethesda games and stuff like that. Assassin, was this your cup of J? What?
Which one are we talking about? I've been gone for like 5 minutes. What game?
We're talking about Dark in Time.
Dark in Time. Is it perfect?
Maybe.
We'll have to play the game to find out.
Stay tuned.
Perfect Dark. I mean, what else can I say? I mean, I didn't realize this until maybe watching it for like the 17th time or maybe the 25th. There was a lot of implications for immersive stealth or immersive sim in Perfect Dark. It looks like they took notes from Mirror's Edge, Deus Ex, and Dishonored, and just mixed it, all of that into a blender just made it Perfect Dark with all of its lore and Joanna. I mean, I don't know the history of Perfect Dark or any of the main things about it, but I can see that it's a very good looking game. It looks like it plays very well. Looks like that you'll be able to have decisions to make in order to take down your targets. I mean, again, there's nothing else I can say other than I liked it a lot. It's my second most favorite Xbox anticipated game on my list.
Yeah,
it looks great.
Yadani says, "Can I seduce an enemy to stealth kill them?" Yes, you can.
That'd be great.
She walks into a fully lit room, and then he's like, "Hello, who are you?" And she's like, and the lights go out, and she's like, "Wait a second, the lights just went out. It's dark. That only means one thing: that my camera isn't working. You must be Joanna Dark and hack my camera. Fuck." Anyway, I'll fix my camera after I ask this next question. Fuck! The next question.
Froze on a semi-normal pose.
I know, it looks like I'm really concentrated right now. Matter of fact, I'm not even froze. I am just talking so quickly that you can't see me move. So, anyway. Okay. All right, let's jump to this one real quick because it's in the title of the video. We're going to talk about... Oh, I need to space that correctly. That's going to bother the hell out of me. Oh, man. So this trailer... Oh, my God. There's only one trailer in this whole showcase that got me actually emotional. To the point where I was like smiling and tearing up, like wiping away tears. Can you guys guess? Holly, can you guess what it was?
Mixtape.
It was definitely Gears.
It was definitely Gears. Oh my God. Oh, we have never. So to break down this scene, I will have to turn on my camera. Fuck. Oh, there we go. That's all I had to do to fix it. There we go. So to break down this scene, I think the reason that it hit me so hard.
Your mic is back off, Red.
Fantastic. Thank you. I'm glad you guys. That I muted myself. And I love technology so much.
There you go.
Are we good? Yep. Fantastic.
Yep.
Let's try this again. To break down this scene, the thing that hit me so hard in the scene is that we've seen things that we've never seen in the Gears universe. Things that like, I wonder if this happened. What would that look like? And Holly, you said it really well in the beginning. Like, we're like shooting locusts all the time throughout the game. We're chainsawing them up. We're meleeing them, but we never get into like a full out. We never seen like a full out brawl cutscene. Like we did like a one-on-one. How scary are the locusts? And the scene, and just to see Marcus being tossed around the room, like scared, like fumbling for a gun, and the locust picking him up, slamming him into the ceiling and shit. Like it gave me so much more of an appreciation for, I guess, just like even like the lore of Gears of War. Like they made it seem scary, and I think that's what we're gonna get with E-Day. I think the big takeaway is that it's a very desperate desperate feeling in this time period of the Gears universe, because this is E-Day. This is the first introduction of the new enemy of the Locust. So they're not fighting humans anymore. They're fighting this alien like enemy, and they're like, how the fuck do we fight it? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm freaking out. I just want to grab my gun and shoot this thing and get on with my life, but it's not. It's picking me up. It's throwing me around. That scene was so good. And then Marcus goes to fall, and you see that hand grab him like this, and that Mad World theme kicks in. Tears, grown man tears. I was like, oh! Yeah, oh my god. E-Day, Gears E-Day, just look at DeMarco's wiping away tears right now. He's trying not to cry. Oh my god. So good. Holy shit. Who do I go to? DeMarco, you've never played this. Holly, just tell me how it made you feel, even though we talked about it in the beginning, but go ahead.
When I actually picked up, it was Gears pretty early, because the very first scene, you're like, well, what is this? And you're expecting Gears because you'd heard it's going to be there, but this doesn't look like Kate or, but in the very, very beginning, there's this welcome home banner in the back. And the O's for welcome and home are cogs. And I was like, Gears.
Yes.
Gears. It's Gears, right? And then you're like, well, this is weird. And then
so
you
was
see
that
the
for
people on the
Marcus?
floor. Yeah.
So that was his home. That's what I took away from that he was coming home, and they had it up. Oh. Yeah. Go ahead.
And then the paper, the paper on the floor saying the war is over. And then I was like, okay, the war is over. What? Like, where are we at? What are we doing? And then when Marcus comes in, and I looked at his face and I went, that is baby Marcus. That's young Marcus. Oh my,
handsome,
and then I
sexy,
started
Arthur Morgan
putting
looking.
it all together. Yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, they're going back, right? Like, I kind of figured it out then.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Dom comes in, and there's a whole thing with that. But yeah, like we talked about, for me, the two things that really like struck a nerve were seeing the cog tags hang from his neck for that split second. I thought that was
the blade
such fantastic
lighting
detail.
up. The
blade lighting
reflection.
was very cool, but for some reason, for me, those dog cog tags hanging from his neck in that one moment, and just the pause on it.
Yeah,
I was like,
that was your standout. Yeah,
and then him through the roof, like, and the size disparity between them.
Right,
Was
exactly.
just, oh gosh, I'm so excited for it, and I don't think we're gonna get it for a while, which makes me really sad. But I am extremely happy to know that it is the future, or sorry, it's the past.
The past, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and not the continuation.
I just feel like it was
just,
something. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say that makes me go, okay, I can wait.
Right. Well, and that's what I said too. I'm like, I gotta hurry up and try to beat all the Gears games. I'm sitting here expecting to be spoiled, and now I can wait because I'm gonna go through that first, and then play the old ones. I don't know.
One day maybe, huh?
One day maybe, exactly. Yeah. So it was huge, and I feel like this is something that Colt, if Colt is still here, he talked about this like months and months ago, like. Not like leaked it, like he was like, I would love to see like a younger Marcus Phoenix, and like to like go through his story, like how he became whatever, and then here we are. It actually happened, and it's like because E-Day is like, it's mentioned all the time. Emergence Day. It's the day when the Locust came up out of the fucking ground, and we always hear about it, and now to like see it, it's gonna add so much more. It's gonna elevate the trilogy and all the games after so much more. Yeah.
If you remember, a few months ago, just real fast. A few months ago, I was like, man, we haven't seen anything for Gears. Like, when is it coming? It has to be coming, right?
Right.
And my thought was maybe it would be the game that releases with the next console. And I think that's probably true. I think it's probably a couple years away. I don't know. It's pure prediction, but it would make kind of sense. Right, like if it was at all 2025, I think we would have seen a 2025 on it, but we will see.
Yeah, I agree.
It's so good.
Jax82 says, I've beaten every Gears except for Gears Tactics. Yeah, I'm right there with you, brother. I'm on the end boss of Gears Tactics, and I'm about to fucking... Ooh, man. What a shitty final boss. Man, I hate it. It's so stupid. You remember it, Holly?
I don't remember. It's been
The big Hydra that
3 or
floats
4
around
years.
and blows everyone up, and you're split into 2 teams of 2 people.
Yeah, I remember
Oh
that
my
one. That was
God.
actually way easier than one of the bosses before it, and I was disappointed in it because I was like, I got stuck on this dude like 4 levels back, like forever, and this one just was kind of like, all right, like, I don't know.
You need to just play the game for me. I'll give you my login info if you can beat it for me. Anyway, Yadani Kazada, thank you so much, bro. He drops a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. He says, I want Red to play Wonderwall on guitar or Don't Look Back in Anger and Assassin to sing it. It's the perfect tune to bring us together and forgive Xbox for those dry years. Cold Eastwood can harmonize. Okay, I don't know how the hell, because I don't know how the hell to play Wonderwall. And
I thought that was like the first song everybody learns on guitar.
It's probably
Like
like
4
3
chords.
chords, right? Okay, yeah. Then I could probably figure it out. Okay, we can try to. I don't know. We can try to figure that out. We're running out of time so quickly. Assassin, did you want to talk about Gears? You're happy about it? Anyway, okay. Assassin's not with us anymore. Okay.
I like that it's a prequel as someone who hasn't played any of them, because I know how concerned the 2 of you were about watching this showcase without having beaten Gears 5, or Assassin hadn't beaten Gears 5 yet, I believe.
Me. It was
but
me.
you guys rushed to get it in as well. And
I
so
did.
now it's a prequel,
Yeah.
so it's I can appreciate that, especially if they didn't really know where to take the story necessarily with
Right.
Gears 6. So they say, hey, let's just do
We
this
need some
other
more
thing,
time.
get back in the universe. It's been a while since we made a Gears game, to kind of flesh some plot points out. That it would be cool, actually. I would love for them to set up a thread that, because even when I'm doing my D&D campaigns, I like to set up threads back in like the first session that we run that doesn't come back until 15 sessions later. So this would be the gaming equivalent of that. They say, here's this one little thing. It's a principle called Chekhov's gun, like a literary principle called Chekhov's gun, where everything has some level of relevancy. So they show this offshoot detail in this Gears E-Day, and then when Gears 6 comes around, they say, oh yeah, that thing, that's been gestating, that's been sitting, that's been waiting, and now it's emerging now. And of course you have to answer to, well, why didn't it show up in the other 5 games? But
Right,
with
because
your
everyone was
suspension
too
of
busy.
disbelief, I'm sure they could.
I totally
with
get that. I
suspension
love
of
that.
disbelief
Yeah.
and enough logic, they can, they just need to set the seed. They need to plant seeds of foreshadowing.
Tomatoes. Tom's
They're doing a
tomatoes.
very good job. They're doing a very good job with Gears of War E-Day. We got some more information about the game. So it seems that the Coalition is going back to the series' roots that Epic laid down the foundation for with the original trilogy. They're also emphasizing the horror of the Locust Horde. We've heard it's kind of implied in the first 3 games, and Red, I hate it when you do that, man. Hey,
What?
what's so funny?
Donnie says he is rewatching it and crying and shitting and throwing up right now. DeMarco. Oh, Assassin. You were watching it, crying, shitting, throwing up. Anyway.
Yeah.
Wacko Game says, you guys think GTA 6 will sell more than 40 million copies? Yeah, I think it'll sell... Yeah. Yeah.
It'll sell 50 million in the first week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If not
it'll be the
first
best-selling
days.
game ever.
Ever
Yeah.
released.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. Thank you for the 2 people who just unsubscribed. I really appreciate you. Thank you guys for the support, and thank you guys for still hanging out with us. We're having a good time. We're trying to cover everything, but honestly, We can't. There's so much, and we love so much. But
What were you most disappointed to not see at the showcase?
God, that's a hard question because honestly,
I wasn't disappointed to see it, but nobody talked about this. The fact that we had such a 10 out of 10 Xbox showcase. We saw Fable, we saw Perfect Dark, we got an update on State of Decay, Avowed looks better, Indiana Jones, Doom, and all these amazing third parties like Dragon Age, Metal Gear, Life is Strange. Everything was so top notch. All the indies shit they showed off, it was very good, 10 out of 10. But nobody mentioned that this showcase was good, or a 10 out of 10, without Halo and no Forza.
okay.
No, everyone was like, we didn't need Halo. We don't need Forza for Xbox to stand on their own 2 feet in terms of showing off their games. So I wasn't upset to not see Halo or Forza, especially Forza. But it was just one of those moments where like, damn, they didn't show Halo, and it was still a 10 out of 10. That's impressive for Microsoft. Especially since they've been going through an identity crisis with Halo and the brand for almost a decade, or actually more than a decade. But for something that I didn't see, that's... if I had to pick one... Marco, do you mean like first party, or do you mean like any game?
Something that would have shown up at the Xbox showcase. Doesn't have to be first party, but...
Okay, because I have 2, and Red knows them. I'm surprised that we got Metal Gear instead of Splinter Cell, because I really thought it would have been there. And Persona 6. I really thought that this showcase would have had those 2.
That's it for me too. 100%, completely. Yes, I was totally expecting Splinter Cell, and then I was like, where the fuck's? Because we talked about it at the Summer Games. They were like, here's Metaphor, right? They showed that, and like, oh, that means that they're going to be showing Persona 6 at the Xbox showcase, right? We talked about that, and they didn't.
Yeah. Well, they probably wanted to put a lot more focus on Metaphor because it's a new IP, and being a new IP against an established IP like Persona, it probably wouldn't have been good metrics for Atlas and Sega. But Splinter Cell, man, I really thought that if we were going to see Splinter Cell this year, I would have thought it would have been there. But, you know, it's just some quote-unquote honorable mentions. Like, none of their Xbox Global Publishing showed up. Like, Towerborn, I thought it was 2024. That didn't show up. We didn't see any traces of Project Shaolin, the Wu-Tang game. I mean,
or
again,
Kojima OD, Yodani says.
OD, Contraband. I thought Contraband would have been here. That's one they announced years ago. But I don't know if any of you guys catch this, but someone put Paris, the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit. He said that he talked to a lot of people at Xbox, that they still have a lot to show, and that Gamescom is shaping up to be a big event for them. Has Microsoft announced they're doing a showcase for Gamescom, or that they're partnered with Gamescom?
There's a rumor.
Someone announced it earlier.
They even do showcases for Gamescom.
Sometimes.
Is my question.
I can't find who said it earlier.
Oh, I have one.
Either way.
I was very, now that I think about it, I'm very disappointed that after all this time we still didn't get an update for this one. Everwild. What the fuck is going on with that? Why did we get Sea of Thieves for the 7th, 8th time instead of Everwild? What's going on with that
man,
game?
I can't wait for more Sea of Thieves.
I'm
I'm so excited
man.
for Sea of Thieves.
I can't wait for third person Sea of Thieves.
Can we
I
put
wanna
all
hop
the
back
live
into
service
Sea of
games
Thieves.
in a separate showcase, please? Like, can we just put, like, Halo, Forza, Diablo, and WoW, and all these live service games? Can we just make that a separate showcase, please? Just one for single player, and then another for live service. It's just... There's so many other games that I would have put instead of Sea of Thieves, or Fallout 76, or ESO instead. It's just ridiculous. Hell, I would even take new IPs and indies
all
instead
of
of those. Well,
I liked all of them. I'm glad they were
do
there.
you- I wish they weren't.
I don't even
wish all the Legends games-
play ESO, and I was happy to see it there because I just like to see that game do well.
I love the Fallout 76 style ESO trailer
Yeah.
that they did.
Yeah.
It was actually really
Fallout
good.
76 is really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Fallout 76 itself looks very good. Yeah. Well, it is. It is.
Ollie, what about you?
I
Anything
saw
that you were sad that you didn't see?
I saw Tim Schafer going into the theater, and I was like, finally, Double Fine. No Double Fine. That was
Yeah.
disappointing for me.
He was just there as a fan, right? That was just.
Well, yeah, I
I
mean,
think he was invited. And,
I'm sure all of the studio heads are encouraged to go and participate at the showcase.
shake hands, rub elbows, get COVID, that kind of stuff.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Is Double Fine the only first-party studio we have no idea what they're working on? 'Cause we seen Doom: The Dark Ages from id.
Strangers
We
Rest 2.
practically know what every studio's working on except for them. We know what Compulsion and Exile. Double Fine just seems like the one studio we don't know anything about what their projects are.
I know
What
what
is
they're
Tim
not
Schafer
making.
cooking up?
They're not making
They're not
Banjo.
making Banjo.
Yadani.
They're not making Banjo.
Yadani says, my source says that they're making Viva Pinata. My source, I made it the fuck up. Yes.
Tim
It's a
Schafer
good source.
Viva Pinata. I want to see what that looks like. What
Yeah,
the
I love
hell
that.
does that look like?
I love that so much. Yeah, I'm with you though. Persona 6 not showing up and Splinter Cell not showing up. But Metal Gear Solid was the big replacement for my Splinter Cell itch. And my God, does Splinter Cell or Metal Gear Solid 3 looks so good. Oh my God, it looks so good. They've shown more gameplay for it, by the way, not at the showcase. So I was correct on they still have the legacy camera mode. You can still play it like that. They have the modernized third-person camera now that you can play just like that throughout the whole game. Modernized controls, so you don't have to hold right bumper and press A to shoot anymore. It is just like left trigger aim, right trigger shoot, that kind of stuff. So that is awesome.
Fuck.
It's so weird, but you know that's Kojima. He wanted everything to be to feel very intentional, methodical, and whatever other words that end with A and L. RSJ fan says, I want Final Fantasy 16 on Xbox. That was another thing. Yeah, we didn't see that.
Yeah.
Didn't see Final Fantasy 16 on Xbox release. Andrew Cullinane says they should have had a lot more release dates. We did talk about that early on. We had a lot more release windows or just nothing at all. They would just show the game and say, there's a game. There you go.
They had a game for every genre. They had one for
game.
RPG. They had
Look,
one for
a game.
turn-based. They had one for horror, FPS, RPG, but no fighting games at all. That's odd. They didn't have one
wanted
single
Injustice
fighting game
2.
in that showcase.
Mm.
Yes,
Injustice
Injustice
2
2. Wait,
And three. Sorry, three.
three.
They already did 2.
Holy fuck! You and I both Ubered on that
I
one.
want 3 so bad. I'm not even good at fighting games. I just really like Injustice.
Hey, Assassin, can you get Wonderwall ready to sing?
Wonder what?
Yeah, go ahead and let's just look at Wonderwall.
Wonder what?
Yeah.
Who made this decision while I was gone?
Yodani gave
Oh,
$10.
Yodani and I
God
talked about
damn
it
it.
while I was in LA.
Hey,
There you go. I
Wait,
can't play
y'all
guitar
were
along
talking
with it
about
because
what
it's gonna screw it all up. You know the
we're
song.
talking about what song you wanted me to
No,
sing?
no, we were just talking about the fact
Oh,
that
thank
we
God.
enjoy you singing on the show. That's what.
Yeah.
No, y'all don't.
Well,
I do.
either way,
I'm sorry.
we're gonna need you to get that ready. Thanks.
Wonder.
Wonderwall.
Who's it by? Is it by
Today
Oasis?
is gonna be the day that I'm gonna let you go. By now I'm
Really?
gonna make a
That's
bad
not the
take a
way
bad
it's
take a bad I do.
Yep, just like that.
Just like that.
It's Oasis.
Yes. Oh, ass. Jonas. Just wanted to give another shout out to everyone that's been hanging out with us here tonight. And if anyone is lurking and not in the live chat right now and just listening, thank you. Thank you so much for being here as well. Maybe we'll see you in the live chat saying hello. Or shalom. What does shalom mean? Doesn't that mean hello?
Now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. Using anybody feels the way I do.
About you now.
There, you happy?
Oh, I was,
Backbeat. Word is on the street.
No.
You stopped at the good part.
I was about to say you was about to go hard.
Y'all can tell me what to sing. Y'all can't tell me where to stop, and I'm stopping there.
That's what she said. Okay. Well, I turned off the background music just for that. All right, there we go. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you, Yudani. Yudani says shalom is Yiddish for a cow's vagina. Thank you. I didn't know that. Which makes sense because I guess depending on what culture you're in, you can't eat pork, and cow is not pork. We all know that to be a fact. At least that's what we've been told.
You really walked into this, didn't you?
Yeah, I can't really get out. I walked into it, can't get back out. Just like a cow's vagina.
This is the lifeline. I am Dom and you are Marcus.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Umbra's helping you. Look at that. Yeah, Donnie says, I have blue balls, red balls, so purple balls now because you did not get to the chorus. Yes, thank you. Shalom also means peace. Thank you. Okay, and Umbra said that first. Sorry. Everyone's.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bet I think it's time.
It's time for what?
For part two
It's time
to your
for our
song?
final scores.
Our final scores.
Final scores for the showcase.
Okay, so I will preface this by saying that I've had the poll up the entire time in the chat. 88% of people with over 40 or 50 votes. I can't remember how many. A lot of votes. It was 88% A. Okay. So everyone in chat, Tell us again. Out of 10, there you go. RSJ fans already on. Out of 10, yes. What would you give it?
So we going by A, B, C, D, or numbers? Is what Udani's asking.
Out of A through D, what number would you give it?
Sorry.
L.
Ollie, you go first.
Sorry. Just dying over here. No problem.
Arcane, is that you?
Gets a little bit deeper every time I don't stalk for a minute.
Oh God, the audience is about to be like, please don't stop.
It's so hot right now.
Some ASMR.
It was obviously an A+. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. If we're going by both, there you go.
I love that. DeMarco.
Tony.
I would say an A or an 8 out of 10 because there should have been more Sea of Thieves, honestly.
Look at that. They should have brought third person to it. Am I right?
I should go.
I sound like Will.
I should
go.
I
should go.
Say that was a.
I should go. 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 I should go.
Ollie, stop saying it. I heard you the first time.
DeMarco has a button.
And now I do too.
I love that. A. Oh man. Yodana gave it a 4.7A. I love that. Arcane said, yeah, my voice is that deep. Jenna says, that was a strong B9 out of an A+.
What?
We finally came up with a good score that is different from everyone else. IGN, ACG, and ours doesn't make sense. It was this number.
I don't know how this got screwed up. This is literally like the easiest thing to do, yet somehow.
So the new rating system that we made magically in the span of 2 seconds. F1
It's like
is the lowest score, while A10 is the highest.
right, exactly. But you can't combine
Each
a
number
C
gets 1 through
minus.
10.
Yeah, but you can't combine like a C- with like a 9 point of any kind because that doesn't make any sense. Am I right, guys? Come on, don't be silly.
It's a solid jelly-filled donut.
Exactly. Give it 4 bananas out of 4, 3 bananas out of 4 steaks. Udani says that's a good one too. I like that.
Fuck.
Yeah, this is great. And if you love it here, be sure to hit the like button to show your support and whatnot. And thank you guys so much for the super chats. Yadani, thank you for all the supers, and thank you to Panda who is not here, and for the supers. Didn't someone else super chat in? Sorry, I'm trying to. Yadani, Panda, Lotus. Yes, thank you so much, Lotus, as always, for the 20. Thank you so much, you guys, for all the support. It means everything. We can't get. Honestly, the closing thoughts. Like, we didn't talk about a couple games, but maybe we'll touch on them, and maybe more news about the games that we didn't talk about will come out. State of Decay, we got a great trailer for that, and that was gameplay, but it wasn't. At the same time, would have liked to see gameplay for that. But really happy that State of Decay has a dark tone. Really happy. Crippling Dead is really happy about that too. And Andrew Cullinane says raspberry, which is really important thing to remember.
He's just trying to get the donut flavor.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, good. Anyway, any closing thoughts about the showcase?
It's gonna be very hard for them to top it
got
next
one.
year.
Assassin should be coming on camera sometime soon because Oblivion remaster wasn't there, so he should be coming on camera now because there was a wager.
Hey, Paris said a lot of shit was cut, man. A lot of shit was cut.
Doesn't matter. It was not there. The deal's.
It was probably there at the start.
The deal was I get to nag you all the time about coming on camera because you said you played Oblivion and everything that you play gets shown, and so the wager was I would leave you alone for a month or I would nag you incessantly for a month, and it wasn't there. So now you need to come on camera. So
I mean, to be fair, I played Elder Scrolls, and Elder Scrolls Online didn't show up.
So you let him down.
A deal's a deal.
Speaking of shit cutting, you need to get the shit to cut the shit and show your face, coward. Yudani.
Who the fuck said that?
That was Yudani, of course.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, listen, it's gonna happen. It's never going away. 10 years from now, we're still doing the podcast, and I am 72 years old, and you turn 18, bro. You're still gonna be one.
10 years from now, we're as big as Kind of Funny, and y'all are still giving me this shit about the camera.
Yeah, because by that time,
you lost your bet, sir, and therefore you must be coming on the camera.
No.
Yes. Yes.
You can keep
yes,
nagging
good
me
sir.
all
Oh
you
yes,
want.
yes, good
Not
sir.
gonna happen.
Yes, quite. Oh, good. Yes, perfect. Yes.
okay, great.
Closing thoughts, Holly, about the showcase?
Yeah,
Yes. Next year's is going to be really good when I can look you in the eye on your reactions.
Yep.
Oh, for fuck's. Oh, wait, yeah, 'cause I will be there.
I was gonna say,
I was like,
yeah.
is she gonna give me crap about this camera? Oh, wait, I said I would be there.
Yeah, Panda just said it too. Get on camera.
There you go.
What?
And again,
That's
chat.
all you gotta do.
I have
Come on,
offered.
Panda.
I have offered to buy Assassin, the mic, the
Stop.
lights, and the mask to put on a mask to at least put on the mask. You can loop your mic up underneath your mask, and you can just be on camera. He's like, I'm finally here, and my voice is different.
Red, you did Bane so perfectly. Can you say that again?
Yeah.
I said I'm
finally here with my mask on. My voice changed, but
You sound like
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a fine line between Bane and your grandpa in the nursing home.
Can you please grab my oxygen tank? Oh, that's a lot better.
I told you back in 1942.
Grandpa, I wasn't alive in 1940. Don't give me those excuses.
Syphilis was deadly.
Did you say Stephanie? That was my fourth wife. No, I said syphilis, Grandpa. Oh, she was a beautiful
Oh, she died
girl.
of syphilis. It was a horrible thing.
Oh, she was
Oh
so
my God.
beautiful.
Red. Red.
She used to get me so hard. She got me there like the Express A train. Bing, bang, boom.
Yo, Donnie and Chad.
Anyway.
Say it to my face. I will meet you at the new Bronfels Whataburger and you get one melee weapon of choice. The fact that Whataburger is literally 35 minutes away. It's 35 minutes away, yo, Donnie.
That's true. That's true, yeah. You know, I always thought that place was called Waterburger, and I was like, that sounds gross. That's so...
Hey, Panda ain't wrong.
Good.
Panda ain't wrong, bro.
Holly's sick. What's your excuse? Yeah, shit.
My excuse is that all of you will get sick when you look at me. That's my excuse.
That's so dumb.
like
You're
that
so
one-
dumb.
I'm
Stop
like
being
that one
dumb.
supervillain.
Shut up. Shut up.
Where you just look at me to get sick. I think it was Count Vertigo. Anyway. Yeah.
Anyway.
It's kind of funny that me and Yodani, we're literally less than an hour from each other. And yet Yodani and Holly have met face to face, literally on the other side of the country before that even happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. True 70 says, delicious water burgers. It reminds me of the scene in oh god, not Undercover Brother. What is the one with Eddie Griffin?
Undercover Boss.
No.
Wait.
no.
Ladies, man.
No, it's no, Deuce Bigelow, and it's a scene where Eddie Griffin is dipping fries in the toilet water. He's like,
yeah. You know,
that's
he's
pretty good.
always in the sauna. He eats every nachos and everything in the sauna.
Quick
Right.
question, guys.
Yeah.
Would y'all be upset if Arcane met me in person first before any of y'all? Just asking.
So you guys are talking about hooking up. Yeah, I don't
Well-
mean weird. I don't mean like meeting each other. I meant sex, right? Not not
I mean, what? Huh?
in the
Well,
hot
first
tub.
off, I think his wife would have an issue with that. First of
With the
all.
bubbles on.
With
Just
the
two
bubbles
naked
on.
guys in a hot
That
tub with
way,
the bubbles on. It's
no
not
one's
gay.
gonna see anything
mean,
with the bubbles on.
That's not the point.
He'll show you the point.
Y'all
you
wouldn't
know
care,
what I mean?
right?
Turn the bubbles off. You ask nice. Yes, but
Oh, I had to make it weird, didn't you?
Woo! Oh,
Yes.
That's what we do, baby.
Welcome to Renegade Realm After Dark. Sorry, Holly, you do it.
Renegades After Dark. That should be a real podcast.
Renegade
once
After
we're
Dark podcast.
established. That should actually be a real podcast once we get established, though. Renegades After Dark, where no topics off limits.
you know what it would? It would just be like if you've ever
Connery.
if you've
I'm
ever
Sean.
watched Markiplier's Distractable podcast. It's basically just a bunch of nonsense that goes on for a while. They just talk about whatever the hell they feel like.
Yes, that's this
It has
podcast.
nothing to do with anything. That's-
We
well,
try to
yep.
stay on
This one
topic.
This one has.
We
And to
have
answer your
kind
question,
of-
Red, yes, Arcane is talking about becoming
Arcane said, "You thought this was your ally. You merely adopted it. Born in it. No one could buy it. I
That's what-
didn't see a vaccine till I was a man. By
Jonas.
What
then
is-
There's nothing
we now had
blinding.
COVID.
Hang on, let Holly do
By then
this.
we had developed COVID.
Go ahead, Holly. Did you see what Jonas wants you to do?
Yeah, I don't know what it's from, so I don't know if I'm gonna say it in the right way.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I don't know what that's from.
Damn,
Hey,
son,
Holly,
where'd you find
Holly,
it?
I got one for you. Can you say, "Are you winning, son"?
You know I'm not a carnival entertainer, right? Just making sure before we keep going. What do you want me
Yeah,
to
we
say?
know that.
She's
Can you just look at Red at
Uh-huh.
your camera to Red and say, "Are you
Camera?
winning, son"?
Are you winning, son?
Yeah, Dad.
I don't know what that. I don't.
Oh
I
my
don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to be winning,
No,
but
Anybody else?
who else got any requests
No.
for the monkey? Let the monkey do the dance.
Yo, Donnie. You and me and Arcane can play Foam Stars in the hot tub.
Well, that got awkward. So anyway, we're gonna move.
Yodani. Blame Yodani. He's the one that typed it out.
Oh!
Yeah?
Xbox handhelds are coming. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
Did that just get? Did that just drop or something?
Let's just
No,
go
but
nuts or something.
Phil Spencer said it without saying it. So I don't want to have a whole conversation on it.
Okay,
but,
so they're coming. Anyway,
It's definitely
great.
happening.
Hey,
It's definitely it is 100% happening, which is really really damn cool. Like I'm excited for that. Actually.
Andrew Cullinane says, "Say wow, wow, wiggle, wobble, woozy, woody." There you go. There you go.
You guys owe me so much. Wow, wow, wiggle, wobble, wazzy, waddle, woo. I can never turn my camera on again. This is it. This is the point where DeMarco is very much done.
All right, yeah, we're past the
He's been
point.
done ever since that bit with the Oblivion remaster.
Yeah, he was
He's
like,
been
"I'm
done
so
since
fucking
then.
out of here." All right, DeMarco, where in the kitchen can people find you?
Making a sandwich behind the counter.
Okay, what kind of sandwich?
Can we expect a video from you in less than 2 months?
You can find me at DeMarco Dude on YouTube and Twitter.
Yeah, what you gonna be getting into?
Yeah.
I started playing Cyberpunk.
Hey, have you not played it before?
That's what I was gonna ask.
I've never beaten it. I've never I've never really gotten that far. I've gotten maybe halfway in the story, but yeah, I've never
Wow,
beaten that
that's
game.
awesome.
And so I have that. I want to play more Baldur's Gate 3 really badly. And I also kind of just started Alien Isolation again, but that's immediately going to get put on hold because I really want to play. Well, I say I want to play Dragon Age Inquisition, but I think that can wait.
Yeah, I'm getting back into I've been playing Dragon Age, but after seeing the gameplay today and feeling a little bit better than I did earlier today with some of the behind the scenes news of Dragon Age, I feel a lot better. I'm gonna keep playing. I'm really excited to get back into that. You know that scene from Boondock Saints where Willem Dafoe is sitting around at the bar? Have you guys seen
Right.
Boondock Saints?
Yeah. Long time ago.
Never mind. No one's gonna get it. Anyway, Assassin, what are you gonna be getting into, man? Where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Assassin52. Link is in the description down below if y'all are interested. As far as what I'm gonna do, to be honest, I'm just gonna play games. I'm so far behind in my 2024 backlog as it is. I gotta finish Hellblade. I gotta finish Stellar Blade, Double Blade. Yeah. Other than that, yeah, just better.
Double something.
Link in the description down below. I did talk to you, Red, about this, and I know this is a long ways off, but you know how Alan Wake 2 is getting a physical edition, right?
Yeah.
Apparently,
Did you pre-order?
apparently the rumor is October. Is it up for pre-order yet? Wait,
I don't
is it
know.
up for pre-order? I don't know either. But anyway, with Silent Hill 2 remake coming in October, I'm gonna do a month-long horror game streamathon throughout all of October. It's gonna be Resident Evil 2, Dead Space remake, Silent Hill 2
Yay.
remake. Hopefully by that time, maybe Alan Wake 2 will be out in physical and I can actually stream that one. But if not, Alien Isolation's a good one. I'm gonna be streaming horror games all month long in October. Can't wait to actually
love
do
that.
it. Yeah, I'm personally excited. I love horror games, and when Silent Hill 2 was announced to be in October, I was like, this is the perfect opportunity. I just could not get that idea out of my head. It's like, I should stream horror games. all
Well,
month.
Assassin,
gonna
what wakes the deep comes out to 18th. You should definitely put that in your rotation.
Still wakes the deep.
Have you ever
whatever.
played Alien Isolation?
No, but it's been in my backlog for such a long time, and I hear
Yeah.
nothing but
Oh
good things
man,
about it.
Dude, you need to, before you play Alien Isolation, you need to invest in a good, if you don't already have a good pair of headphones.
Yes.
Because that game, dude, you play it at night with the lights off, completely in the dark, with a good pair of headphones, and I kid you not, you will hear the alien just running across, like, through
Up
the
above
walls,
you?
above you in the vent.
Yes.
Like, you'll hear,
And you can hear like the
around with his
bass.
footsteps.
Yeah. Like.
Oh,
doom,
and
doom,
you
doom,
literally
doom.
will be
Yeah.
sprinting to the walls. You just hear him go like, as he goes like
Yes.
sprints past you behind,
Yes.
and it's incredible. Oh, so good, so good.
Yes, it's amazing. It's amazing. I haven't finished it yet, but it is really, really good. Really, really good.
Yeah, so that's what I got planned for October. It's just nothing but streaming horror games all month. So, yeah, I'll definitely add that to the rotation if Alan Wake 2 is not out by that point. I see it's up for pre-order. I don't see a date. I'm praying it's October.
Man, that collector's edition looks really good. It's got the angel light. I'm super jelly. I'm not buying it, but
Oh, look at this. Tim Dog just DM'd me and said, "Thank you for telling me how to spell the word scene." Oh, no problem, man. Holly.
Yeah, I saw that little comment of yours. Like, bro, you tell us to leave that side of the conversation or those people alone, and then you come up and say, let me correct you like I'm your second grade teacher.
That's the whole point, man. When someone acts like that in public, no, I will be very. It was very much a jab, and it was very,
Rough.
Anyway, I don't want to get into that. That's a very behind the scenes thing, but I thought it was wasn't cool. But
What the
anyway.
heck, Yodani?
Donnie, Assassin literally doesn't have light or running water in his basement, so he is ready for the darkness. Yes, he's ready. He was born in the darkness. Okay. Holly, what are you gonna be? What kind of drugs are you gonna be taking this week?
I'm gonna be trying not to implode with this fever over the next 24 hours.
Oh my God.
I am gonna I'm gonna sleep and game for the next day or two. Hopefully that'll knock it all out. So if you guys are around, hit me up. It's funny because I was kind of in a funk with gaming before the showcase. And then after I sat in that theater on Sunday, I was like, I have to go home and play everything. I am so excited. I can't wait to go home and play this and this and this and this. And now I'm like, son of a gun, where do I start? Right? Like I'm really, really excited. So I'll be trying to figure that out. I am definitely going to play Still Wakes the Deep on comes out Friday, right? No,
week from
next,
now, I
next
think.
week. Yeah.
On the 18th?
Yep.
Or,
Yeah.
yeah,
18th.
that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yep.
And
So
then
a week from today, next Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go back. There's so much. The new Appalachia expansion stuff comes out tomorrow
Yeah,
on
Skyline
Fallout
Valley.
76. So
That's really
I'm gonna
cool.
do that. And everybody, thank you, Colt. Everybody should go check out this game called Gory, Gori, Cuddly Carnage. Colt and I saw it at IGN Live, and we were like, bro, it's a cat on a skateboard. It's a lot of neon colors. It comes to Steam in August, and it comes to consoles too. And they're like mowing down these psycho-looking unicorns and like all this other. It looks like so much fun. So go check out Gory, Cuddly Carnage. But yeah.
Did you
There's
get
a lot
chance to
coming
play
up.
Replace at the show, or at?
No,
Renegade
it was
Fest?
not. It was not out at the floor. That was in the media only area that only very few people got invited to. So
Oh, so
I did not.
Paris got to play it, but you all didn't.
yeah, very few people got invited to that. Although I will tell you, we did hear from
Damn.
somebody that played Assassin's Creed and Star Wars that it was a lot of fun. So
Ubisoft games
That's
are
great.
actually fun. Who would have
yeah,
thought?
that's good.
Holy crap!
Yeah. So I'm
When they're made
excited.
less
I'm more
like
excited
Ubisoft
now.
games, yes.
Yeah, I'm more excited now. And I've never played an Assassin's Creed, and I think
What?
this is the first. I think this is the first one I'm gonna play.
But
So,
That's
There you go.
awesome. That's
Although-
awesome.
although I'll wait for a sale because there's too many games, like Fawn said.
I can imagine. Yadani says Assassin also wears assless chaps while sitting in a gaming chair playing Weibo games. So,
Hey,
it's
excuse me, if some of those Weeble games are actually pretty good.
there's like a toilet underneath. He says so. It's not a good an idea to cry, cough, sneeze, and shit wearing those. Just so you know.
Okay.
Oh, send dude nudes. Oh, Mountain Dew. Oh, Andrew Colonine says. I love that for all of you. Red is my waifu. I'll always be your waifu, bro. Just let me know.
Red, DeMarco,
So,
are you guys gonna try and head to Summer Game Fest next year? Or are y'all just not going to?
Yes. Yes, I said that I would. I had so much FOMO. I had so much FOMO
Marco?
this year.
Look, I gotta see if I can afford it. That's the issue is not that I don't want to go. The issue is can I afford to go?
LA is expensive. My flight
Like
home
2K.
that got canceled, I had to charge on my credit card $600 to get a flight to come home yesterday because they canceled my flight at the last minute and didn't offer any other options. So that was fun.
Yeah, I was looking at plane
I'll be paying that off for a while. But yeah.
Yeah.
if
I
you
was
if
looking
you
at plane
book
tickets
early
from
enough, it's
San
not,
Antonio. Yeah,
Not
that bad. I got charged.
Okay.
I was offered like $350 from San Antonio to LAX.
Mhm.
That was a round trip of about 3. I think it was 3 days. But not too bad. But I'm guessing that the hotel bookings are a lot more expensive than the actual flights. Carpooling and stuff.
Yeah, they jack up all the prices because they know that stuff is going on too. So
Yeah.
That's why you
So
book
basically,
early
you
enough.
need to move to LA for a month, and then go to the thing, the event. Get the hell out of town before you had to pay actual rent for the month, and then there you go. You're good. They won't find you. It'll be great. DeMarco is my side piece. Called said. Oh, you saw that. Okay, good. Okay. Well, and you can find me at Red Wolf Renegade on Twitter. All the links are in the description below for our handles, YouTube channels, and what not. And ACG has been doing this, and I did some research. It would help a lot if after the show is not live, if you guys could leave a comment and say whatever the hell you want to say, just for engagement. It helps the channel a lot. Helps it more than likes do, apparently. The YouTube algorithm is such a D. Not the good kind. So if you guys could do that, if you get time, just to go drop a emoji or something in the chat, it would help the channel a lot, just for engagement, for the stupid algorithm that the channel is.
Please.
So
That
yes,
way we
thank
can
you
get
guys
to
so much.
1,000 subs, so Red can do the podcast without his hat.
Yes. Well, I'll do it
And
for a
maybe shave
segment
his
without
beard.
my hat, because when I take my hat off, you guys are gonna be like, "This is weird. I can't look at you," and then I'll be like, "Okay," and I'll have to put it back on. But yeah, we're almost at 1,000
How I'm
subs.
treating it, yeah.
We
I'm
are
treating
60
you like Marcus Phoenix with the bandana.
exactly.
Your hat
But
is
the
the
thing is, he
bandana.
looks fucking good without it. I'm like, damn, Marcus. I was like, is that
looks
Ben
like Arthur
Kenobi?
Morgan.
Oh, that's Marcus Phoenix.
He-
Yep.
He looks like
Anyway.
Arthur Morgan.
He did look like Arthur Morgan. I was like, "This is a handsome looking son of a bitch." So anyway, all right, you guys, thank you all so much. We will see you. Huh?
I said Dutch.
Okay, thank you.
You're talking about Arthur Morgan. So I said Dutch.
That's fine. Yeah, it's fine. All right, guys, thank you all so much.
Fucking rat.
All right, goodbye, everyone.
Woohoo! 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 I want to know how Arcane does that beat like.
Y'all see that short of his? has a flute.
Sorry. Okay, your wish.
Hey,
don't
Red,
know.
I have a question for
Hey,
you.
what's up?
Boogers.